esa woto ka bi ko watu ache nti sane so ba me se man capsules yi enom ana bebo hindi no typhoid malaria and blood pressure 0246348334 na onim perifa din komo enema ebe kama edama emulator supplement yi eno na me kan for di ama se ene wo body no obi o wa na afi wasoya no pe asemetiapo me ntiapo me ho fa me emoa wa no ehwa yemre tese unum adoi e boost immune system no ama a fight e che ya de nketenkete a malaria nom ene ya de bia pese benipeduanum nyina no emulate aba supplement no ana wonya bi na no ma esiade no kwan e de amase no so yo ba na wo afa yefuna wonum bi enye o ma kra no fa fa bi enye ana afensu tie mi na tie ni yakura no onim mfie dumiansan kwa na se dumie no kwa onum bia eno nsom amoa obe fresh 0535112813 na oni adi nkomo tabia takum DJ Mafia dro takum de mu adeye eno aye dra o tafribi Obanu su dibia no bomo matin campem esom ayesro nkokro ba bi owa obetimi afuku abo adwuma ya zo won tehwe aso dawa no so da keka ho kakre enom ayetakum no dibi na wo difference no ewo mu na malaria no ne jaundice ne de wonya tabia ba mixture na eno beboa ama no so afiri na afi tabia ba capsules yi eno so waist pain sisie oti pains na wonya bi na onuma ebeyi ade afiri 0243 686861 na froni abonkom Alaska na daroma wo pepes akroma eja yede hwe demo na fe yede twi wakama ama ye ho ana fe offices awaye neat ni nyina no se carpet ana wo de to forma aya na wakohu of Alaska ono ana de kama aba o best spread you pillowcases ni nyina wo different na ni nyina de bia ba adum kumase ana ye be boss of and build in one kan akasa ko tole no inside shippers wo be 0554114878 na fe wape bi eno an na kire din na ene solar natural clinic mo na de prostate capsules aba eno ye bona hotedi kasa Johnson boko prostate no ana ama Johnson no e ba na bia kam entimi meye prostate no problem aba ho unya prostate na onuma eno e ma Johnson na flow yi nti anu ahye no solar mixture no eno se fe na so twan by may yi infections everywhere a whole so trying ho ye neat sa enuama bi a discharge yellowish everywhere no ni nyina efro beman so na so dunso wi a ade bi fita bi pie e de efro infections wonya ene solar mixture no ano zema no eye panyan ni nyina ne se obete dene enti bema de wo so ye bema na ye bema mu a na afro wapebi na doctor semen control say ne wo ya de bia na fabre 0245616028 na phone na din komo power specialist herbal hospital ya mame doctor akosua duaya na daroma na wasemen control say ne fatty liver hepatitis ABC ya de wo de nubana ama ana ya bibidro crunching a wo de so ya de obi a fibroid edani just ni yam ede be kuto yo banzo onyem wase bre no omo stomach ulcer ne kidney stones ni nyina oyi ede frontier no ahye no so ede ama me jirikajiri eye memedro obeko akra akobenya ACP road no ewo power hospital bus stop Kumasi Feyase Bosomtwi road o adua ya junction udu takrade a orekodo ewo anaji estate ewo taadi fenambe ye ngani perform nkomo 0244 544422 0244544422 na phone no mo enso awie fancy mi wie no na we de ye ko ene da ho na da ho town development committee ana omu efre nkaiboy eye nkaibo a ye de mama ye nana yaw jabin ono yeboa dan ho draft of Mampon traditional council ana eja fundraising basuntiwe town fundraising ceremony ana basu nyame adoma 21st of April ana basu 1 p.m. kopim 6 p.m. na fe enuama so amango ase dan ho funu grounds wa ana basunti abusuafo mo amu free ho nyina no momre na fe mo metachi na enuama enso enye kamenti we de yerebesi na wato so.
Yes, now me demand for about Centeno, I doctor time edaso and no doctor say me can't trust a branabeje. Why are sa deba konese your baby on my ukwa, why ya no kwa no mama draw now so no one out to me and sa na ya diana saba na ya kesinimum so drew a doctor time edaso so why ya diano one more draw out to asiama one time a kwa and some abiem and from why ya de edunya baby a wa to me kabiano I doctor time edaso ya come for and some ajama stroke no wababua masache onifrana sebia bankum ebia wo fanso ana besa twetwane nyina no wo to asianso ajama uyo bia wo ya adwuma wo gina tentene wo tena se eche se drivers amokọ long journey mu amutwi eye kasa kese ne nyina bi no wo kwakọ je dro ama severe waste place ne nyina nso asia to kama se uye bama na mpese bia prostate enlargement ababa bamode nso be kwakọ je eye prostate enso adro na sexually wo ba wo ne tenka bema nso ntimi shutu ya wadro no obekọ medimafo herbal center Dr. Time edaso enso nkyere wa kwakwaje wadro nkrampotam no aye pokria se mayira anafe make se abua kwakoko aye school junction for doctor I was 0244 77 2 na me dimafo herbal center Dr. Time edaso and mo kama fe yedena se ne ma betwe say regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana betwe emo sika sem aye kema na yetane sa matches eba so nyina no wo be steki ensom abo betwe we 8 years na bawa shane so me say wo ma de kan say bet save aye djuma and it say be our slip no aye game ba kubi na danen kateboni abasai na bet save adaroma wo your bet in the back window exclusive and some other betway at www.betway.com.gh and abekwana fe was was sending up amount sika something no and some jump brand nyame duma on the 24th of this month na chese dano some ya wada na chese next week no na ya bosso our na chemi hotel hono our wasasra ha Kofi Kenata and ya dinner bana Kenata dinner birthday enra and to where say be away no and some day after birthday I just a bash and a bash happy night in the Kofi and a Kofi Bantown wasasra and an important na chemi hotel a 100 Ghana and omoje and some our gate DJ was the DJ pressure and I feel MC Immortanum among some and about control yoma and I make house MG and a dangerous banner omunano and some other support to Kofi amanyoma I come and I feel Kofi anoma woman some other support aye Kofi Kenata on the night amanyoma and some aye financial hotel no wasasra ho restaurant wom at a laundry no and then yeah kind of say car park security and some aye tight in tian quite enough yenyina nkwaje ne sansa stress eku gengemate esebra na yen solve owali problems ni nyina no enso emaun na utieme nebia kaka na dunya ewo dodom amanu nti untimi nanajo ananse bia oseno esu na bu be so fele ebia otokromo no enema nkoye mfama mona botokro ewo siase debia no wote ya udidi na kwasa side on ma wojo ho anja gengemate ese yenkan chosa brana fe dentally wado so hena omo amanu yema so nya famfama obeso etit white and no seno obeso tu now sine fofro yesina febo ananse mpo de wankasa obetimi yi na abrebia be clinic so no enom aye gengemate enchain branches adoso professionals and aye adwuma ho and so o takradia aye Tadisco junction biem and some aye Tachiman magazine kenten kwano so no ma pena kumase a adopo junction kwena wo fa so connected yakọ Bantama High Street building a bank awase na so and gengemate awa oye adwuma number no aye 0559139582 gengemate and some abajo so Dr. Amuzu and a day Amuzu garlic bitters aba na garlic dear and fast de I was so part of money pedia and Amuzu garlic bitters and the and say a cholesterol so a high blood pressure the free when you pedianimum a sama on nasia tatai now nasia hono ason and take a crabby our bread what is in the pedianima wadrono and so I Amuzu garlic bitters and some other samojano and to me Wontumi nkɔma dabia on side titiriti na se ensom titiriti utumi sania ye kan say blockage about system ni mu a wey ene be cleansi ayo veins ni mu na afi ama mo janetimi circulate kama enye na ewo dwaso pharmaceutical shops and biem ensom herbal shops ni nyina mu no aye drug fan say amuzo garlic bitters and also pebi enso abobo 0247 776743 Dr. Amuzo aya juma ewa Amuzo Junction Moro Market ofro ade akoro tafunhia so announcer enso abeka na me question of the day aya proudly brought to by Amuzo P Helba Meshaweno infection draw tatashe enie se uyo bia wakwakwete gono when you're syphilis and I some probably a bemano when you now test yaw abam yana bolo and huna a drone amuzupi helba mesha or jonsa pampa the tree and I some pro your bansuvitabi etegu aman came through a sebano when in young anafo mamano sono why busy basa what drono amuzupi helba mesha no and a bedua catching amani man so I fine and yama probably to Dr. Amuzo and a jabba jasmame me question of the day now you said you know some sitana emfa and amaye bisa say and ugidi e don bebe fie eno anu bi bia ni wa ebetime se Chris Paul say 5-0 and Madrid say Arsenal because Madrid the only teamer a free heaven and by last night was on die no na Madrid a good 5-0 3 days ago and unyane die wo yentwo so na fe yen hwe series chewei kwasi better days or say Man City fan here by Arsenal or the FA na chese no Arsenal for no advance afena na kwa what also say yes Bobo Kwefan is a Madrid ebetimi remontada Isaac also say Arsenal go and ask Pep said yana Benabao Diano and also was say we have to believe we can do it better kwasi bingo our Facebook Canada by Fatem Fandama say Real Madrid 6 Arsenal 1 on also the message and so I don't know Icon Pizarro say of course we will do the remontada Kofi 19 say watching the show live from Konongo Fancy it will happen on also the message and so anyway now when so I say Billy One say Madrid is going to qualify at least I'll say Madrid is going to qualify at last minute boss trust me I don't know so free yes and so I done a message you know and so then again about say just put the remontada aside cry upon your 16 loading there's a Madrid that join 16th Champions League title I know I know some message I know so the banana player you know some my from message the dos from right Niankin can from ya criminal ya the foreign news and my for another pay live on the show men from a betting course I'm quick more just 1 minute before foreign anti yanya nafi yan famra 1B4 0 06E 69 1B4 06E 69 40 hours okay I don't know okay second 1B4 071 52 1B4 071 52 and here 54 hours not just say 54 hours I don't know our third code 6 hours 1B4 076 EC 1B4 076 EC last code 1B4 087 47 1B4 087 47 when you code no eno ade na bo I came say game be ba ku mienu pe na chese yeah first can no okay very necessary pa yes ti Remontada. And I say remontada. Who wanna say remontada? Mijina baby, mijina. Married back come back. Oh yeah, possible. Okay. I know my Remontada for enemy. Somebody say no man. On the no be na me hu kakra bi wa chire kwa no the way ese wura madwin mu no patemu psychologically o psycho mu ye this are there be ejina because me see Chelsea no mu no me tena form
so Rodri go be no last me say me tra
1.3
Madrid unu omu wie ya ye nkasa ye unwie
wo ti ye kwamono ne ye foreign news ema ye for and pay live on Wontumi 101.3 FM, live on Wontumi TV digital and a satellite juma 100.9 our tamale 101.3 Savioso 101.3 Takrati and an important and our Facebook Wontumi TV what Darama Babu Marian Sobe like in page now washing out to messages about and I make out say YouTube no and so Wontumi TV live you go for it you the latest and my till for nano pay young quay
Angwa juma no you Yami wohoda Se uji dudia Obeya juma Esentrenia no you Yami wohoda Se uji dudia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi shra Yehuwa ila henu Yehuwa ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika Tode Yasak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Na guess it is how guess no guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it is say who to is sponsor I number 1 chema angwa juma no you Yami wohoda se uji dudia Obeya juma Esentrenia no you Yami wohoda se uji dudia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi shra Yehuwa ila henu Yehuwa ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika
When you so Wontumi 101.3 FM live on Wontumi TV our digital no Jumana for satellite and Jumabium and some live on Facebook no and also Wontumi TV and afe make out say Jumani no and some live on YouTube no so and also Wontumi TV live and latest no and just abana onimsa and one matches abaso Champions League no abra Bobo Kovansa remodeled for no okay na Remontada Bakupa Madrid abasa woman some yaniuma across our Spain bra just a bro adrenin just say Arsenal and Shomosa Pomusu no more Bobo Kovansa Real Madrid enya Eligua Assembly and what is Arsenal and some that me no more to me resilient and bibi and some that me come area matunina no yababa so our brand na udru test Spain and some that in the mountains of proportion and some towards a gamer and some number cause one a Jew brown selling no yet abanom answer shara yankwe and amu games and abas on saro peno make a choice a bunch of so grassi no and some man of the match our brand a crabas a boss at Timono woman some crowd ama container your father said grassi aba hat trick and somebody at a boss and a promise choice Robert Manchester first American player one some record no not just a record and somebody say Omushai about 2 goals at Barcelona and just and one draw the night was enemy and somebody so and no just Katana first Grossi Ebenya 3 goals and Asania your first 5 goals and somebody at Chabokua the dinner somebody bounce our brother Peno yet up to tell the Akanino and someone to MO now my friend from Sabra yet I am much as someone in your ma and also some across and one in William Santam and second in Europa, and some others our summer report about Frankie the young Fanamami, and what De Jong just say when the 3 year pass Omuzu game and now I broke about Omuzu and what game was said La Liga Diamasa, no room for mistakes, no room for error. Essence Samwa, Womutum Sam, Amonkasa, individual, mistakes from no, and I'm some Dortmund, also I cider, Womusum a partnership Bobokua, your father's a boss and as will be announced on Day Omokoma Chenemo, Wobika catchers and Kebia, Dortmund, Everton never should 2 goals corner, and Kawuni so could be Babino, Natchez or Konum, the move, El Kakoya, so Adiama Bobokua, your father's a bouncer, Amano Casino, and El Kaka Frimo, and some not to Abba Free, Womuya De Jong, and Jama Dimano Peno, and some Kote. Now, Amusa play and say, and you'll be a movement to me at Champions League, and somebody has someone else one, as to say, a boss at and also Barcelona, Wontumi, Yinchi, some branch of Frankie De Jong, and after the game, and also Jeff Frankie De Jong, Gachas, on Sinaka, and some other boss at the 2 Janino, Yabenya, no, and Swadiama, bro, say, baby, I'm drew a funny game after game, and some fun one after the other, and Sana, woman saw a second be a Sunumano, and some other society, Bassa Kodana, your friend De Jong, Gawa, woman who sounds like a Champions League, baby, Edry, Mubatimiante, and Asamuntiminje.
A certain mentality, maybe we are very fit, we can keep up for 90 minutes now.
And somebody are so and Suriama still live on Wontumi 101.3 from our brand of Pensamino, yet the latest anymore. And some Jamana or say, baby, I'm drew La Liga, woman to me, mistake, be a message, so okay, mistake, our media, and non across our Champions League anymore. Now I'm out crossing 3 goals, and so our brand, I yet just a Dortmund and sounded, and some other say, baby, a Champions League, gonna qualify, and some Aqua say, one say a mistake and some WM and some small Quatana, your father said Frankie the young girl, one of some other 2 hour brown something, yet Emma, yet your father, interest, I know, and some automatic Yincha player, your father said De Jong, me or no, and some Latinum Essia kind of Abobo father said Dortmund and Wabakoma said game about some player, your father said Karima Demi, and so who your man in Nino, and our brain is saying, I'm doing your piece and woman so anti-me qualify and some I'm doing your percent one game, and no anti-me crash, a Sabia drew here. Woman focus, any attention, any jack, and some alcohol rum, our brano, and so I get Jumedia Bundesliga, and some bet me about some TNTs or Brantia, your friends are dating me, and some other 2 jar.
It was a great game from us. With those fans, it's easy to play. We played a great game, I think, and at the end, unfortunately, we get our own goal. But 3 goals against Boston.
So our brother Mr. Fino Quenacha Sababia, woman some more attention and Quanino, and some Bundesliga, so not German can say, and one more Jumba Brantaman Ronald Araujo Apayano, report to Memensa can say, and so Bossa Fonani, Nanuma cross a Manchester performance, I come from Nintendo, and then a report to Memensa can woman some our doubt, as our Quadano who says, and some more yet to Mr. Bossa defender, your father Ronald Araujo. You'll be a hands of flick and some system no or no intimate fit yes our system no one some doubt our Quran today so come on be a transfer market Libya na boss and yes carry free near your father said Champions League in ABM and some others of Barcelona and yes carry free Jumedia Becoso and some other process anymore now to say be a boss up a central defender and Mano and Shako as a Motompano one to the so run so system no and you so Ronald Araujo and you'll be some amateur selling and some update and watching my main front was a boss at Timono. Yes, I was some fullback now fullback one problem versatile what are you see and some and say one problem ball to say show cancelo okay and only a term of a monthly road and some other boss what to me ball number 2 what to me ball number 3 and some other number 4 now John Kelly so the first you cancel and another Manchester Barca Sumo and then the first one and some other nso so a awsom abam ya pampe serebe ya ne nyina no ensom na betim ya kwa kamade ma side eno som Chelsea FC Barcelona no ensom kakra aba sansam ne nyina no ye de ema ye tiefo ena enso anopai ensom awo show no so afei mama mfanto wonim so wuram ensom obobokwa fansa no ensom aye bas ebiam owura fansa Rafa Joste owura no ensom adun komo pi na nkoma no nyina so ane say ansa na no ye basa Mbappe akwakodi red card da wa baba ka yade tie anam ne batu twa say referee report no wodi shamusa ade no aye de taka sa asam aye challenge 50-50 and let us know munyina el kontiwe no anye se bia wo shada so kwako prako da no enti eni kwansa be extensive aye punishment and some eba anamo kasa sanity dia womu ma brand tell say Mbappe 1 game ban into ba camera batu twasa womu next game oh La Liga wa bra womu ne elected be bawo eba bon player ye fan say Mbappe and some other me say aye sa game no ye say Rafa Joste ari akwa wo twasa enyoma el cross La Liga no sabi entwaye ba ko kra na mom dom so mo kan nyina no and some and and I have said our branches and Kuye. Now the tennis says a player no will be our pra numpos the tennis Utiano and some Yama in Mbappe. Maybe a 2-game ban and some Pebia and some 3-game banner. Not just a dinner Moyano Sano in Tiano and some Kakafi Amaswaya and some not the Abba Brass and some Linano, yet the Emma Yetofa and Ano Pay and some our Shonos our Brano and some latest Abba on Saminano, yet the Emma Yetofa and Ano Pay. And some our shoulders for free. My man found two when our brother and second say, and some money to Abba in also trust Mammy Brunta friends and company. And then came now say personal company general one of some other stories and more. And some to just and your big game Abba Swabokua. Your fan say Inter Elbow game. And some our fear area Tabokua. Your fan say Bamunche Bobokuno. I'm on for say on my way started on my way.
Fancy.
Fancy your stubborn.
Oh, sponsor there. No other fancy.
Chairman.
Fancy. You're strong.
Oh, you're dancing so. You're banging in time we share because now what's your night chikakra?
Abada bi ameshemo. Adwuma no koso. Some share a sports I Ghana there. I can confidently confirm. Say a Wontumi sports no. I don't know number 1. Just say I start BRB and I would do.
That's right.
Na tapuku baby will be on Samra. So Otomwa.
Maybe a bishop will be a
bishop will be our Samra.
Samra Juma
Samra Juma.
Now so 2 car. Okay, to Shaman is a bishop. Our Tomo.
Now we need a kiss Wakasa.
Oh, nice.
Many a kiss Wakasa. Okay. That's a Jumano Wontumi sports. A big sway kase. Na be kase ya. Na house will be a tea. A bruchere. We walk on near dear Yina. A one will be a no etiamo. Moya kase, moya tough. And Utino, maybe Soriano pa. Now Wontumi. I mean, Tia Wontumi sports. Bibiano ha me. What I say, I have one. Just a point on Kwa, Tino, and I'm about your lunch and so you ever have. Oh,
Chairman, that's all.
I tell you what class I could do.
Chairman said to you, tell you, what Chairman and yet, and I let them the Massa, where Yagani. When you only take it your own buffalo. Only take it your own buffalo. Chairman, that's so because them say, time on common started, say, question on your Maya, Yinka Crab, Chema. chairman we chairman wallahi
oh mama
sakakre ko pe mo atawo achi o se na atawo kodi mo emu de o de ye
family for prerodo mo fa prerodo
o de be ma say triple atabo kodi be siu ko chairman na mini ye be ba so de na bi ko me say da ensem ne de mo kotokomo de ne ade nyina ne nyoma e koso Ghana league akwa bi na am person of discover shima na chairman league mo aye
I kotoko de minim say mamini kan cha santeman na men cha santeman wura yura ye hene otumfo se tuwa ba bi asantokotoko hene a o ya santeman wura ne nkwaso odo anso na kotoko so ye ne dia na sesia no enam MPP ntino aya ne duru ba bi na ma me som no yasum kwan bebre so ane ade ye ba minim say emre bi baba kotoko chairman de medibi yeah minim say emre bi baba medibi
wow
yes na semi din so a me de gaga yesem sikade patapa me de befam amatimu no aba back said na bra na Herbert Mensa wo so ye no Herbert wo so ye no sabre ni iswa asafo yehu bi enti meka ni nyina de abom de hyehye aka ho a what you say ba bi akotoko kwakodro no obia no behu no but said ye Yesu ka kire Mary say memre nso ye no enu bi na ne me meka kire say memre nso because adwuma bi e de be ma obia na wo say utime yire wo ho na utime ye na wo ye ni Yesu so esan say ye pese ye boa MPP na 2028 yesaba power nintino enema bebre wo ha menka na mum se me ba ye yidia I will be the first a friend say club chairman to say moro no kra bia metimi de na ba no aba be coach aye kotoko yes made the international coach and I'm the baba se me duru so antina meka se me de sheshe na gaga o dia say na mede players akesia enso so a omo bobo te say Real Madrid mo ani Man U mo Man City mo ani Arsenal mo ani Chelsea mo no so no ye di bi so beba aba befra na
the ugly for top players $4 million.
This is what we
3 million euros
sikana nya kokra na wo Ghana na wo the money nya ho na wo aya ha na wo aya Ghana ane wo what you say enti player bia obeba ye bia no oba ye a efia memna
aya Dortmund and some other Chelsea team and team and so other Barcelona omo game no no mama front to one say and unstable for gamer and some abas on sano pemba catch say and what time Barca players assign line now was your boy UEFA Champions League anthem na kodru baby akwa say your boy UEFA aya Europa League anthem no and some Manchester man so kwaya bi si Barca Manchester no nyina so ba na mono wodru bobo kwa na sa Real Betis omonso aso ya wonum sa Betis for no so take to nia ya fa no say omonka so social media handles no so na we ensom na ya Facebook fa omo post no ma me shark na Real Betis for no say wo mo catch Aston Villa for ne aya Paris Saint-Germain for nyina no say any cause omo war crowd because we know aya Europa and Conference League omo anthem no and some sound aya better and some other Champions League in term of time about say na clubs no woman players and some aya strong and be as and so no ma cross no nyina no we know and some aya Real Betis omo so asama woman so kind message I was calling nyina no and some ana chesa kwa me na no pay no ye dey update no so dey ba na say modema brantena ye for say Marcus Rashford agusua wono some na borma team no am report am me say kan na no pay say Manchester for ni achepa na Man U for no ye say bia Rashford and Samra Tabi doma so me ye nyina no say based on motompo no woman some betimi aton ama chesa boy no woman ye scale mu do e dey free chesa ni sell ni mo and nti jaminya no say yesem omo so ni aso na mom adeba kwa na ha dwere say enu akotai na bobo aye adwuma sete ama chesa cash no amo so mani ade ehye gwafa kurias ye na coach na aye changes akwakoyi Rashford and some adena film ama chesa juba bi na supporters ni bi kwa no woman ni yanam so ama Juna Emery Kasa Rashford and some free sama chenemo na demonstrate kan semwa wa be ko ba sa ponche na na your fan say Matikash omu game no what say last week on one castle me up and some I central or your journalist fellow and a cash and an interview and yet Matikash and after the game and then some and also samba swim and what we game na journalist fellow say and a cash interview I am Matikash and one unstable akwadana your fan some I am Matikash and some kasai na the was work can na say woman some amonya jumano na chess atmosphere and some I come at chess a juba bino nanko san kebi Aston Villa and some atmi qualify no ankoban sa ama chess na no new ban say on some I proud yintia sama and Matikash our I player and some Aston Villa and so at the
I think we put ourselves in a position to right at the end there we could have maybe scored. I think Marco had a chance and Matt had a chance at the end, but yeah, I think we're obviously disappointed. I think we threw everything we could at it. But yeah, it was unlucky, I think, overall.
I only know the feeling of what it's like sat in the stands watching you. I was a nervous wreck. But what was it like when those 2 goals went in 3 minutes between each other? What was the energy like on the pitch and how the momentum just changed?
Yeah, the atmosphere was when that last goal went in for us. I think it was really loud, and I think we could have gone on and used the momentum and used the crowd in our side. I think they were amazing tonight. Yeah, it was a great atmosphere, but overall I think we wanted to progress through to the next round. Obviously we haven't. Fair play to PSG, they're an amazing team and wish them all the best in the upcoming games. Yeah, I think obviously it was a tough game. I think we threw everything at it, but overall I think we are disappointed.
Matikash Osinake and some Narma Aston Villa and our Tessa ya Denin Semlinano and my Yatil Fernando Pelo matches our Basodia Natchez and Intermalan Bobo Kuno Womo Bobo Game the Tiabo Crafan by friends of Bamunchuano and a big game Natchez and some Abasuna manager your fantasy company and was say one of your fools say I had the best teams Omumiano and a chess and a game of Abaso Italy no woman some questions as a one I Italian best team and I in Tamalan and I for Germany almost best team and some Bamunch Emulina Kawashiane now baby so a game Abasway San Siro and I said the Alliance 7 across so last week Canadian and also me and I stadium Southwa Yana chess intensity and a sample atmosphere and some Ayakama now the old Canadian answer I have very important center woman some better best performance I game and some Basunum and so I update a bunch of fans Vincent Company and some area tuka now Lotta Matios Muko Kabi Enra and Mubusan say yes say Lotta Matios say I was started Thomas Muller and so return like who could ball chess will be Kekenema and you might come me and Mutama order Thomas Muller Bino Ronum and about stop parity and Sena later more crossing second goal and Lotta Mateos Akasa I was a company I started I brought Team Muller and Mubusan and I trying to say no penny we all started Thomas Muller with your seminar Lotta Mateos Akeno and also already or respect more beer opinion or Thomas and what did you ever say coach and this one to Tumsa will some your coach our Brenny who coach team Kesebi Arasa Saida your fathers are buying and Quadia I was our opinions out of Pinano and some Tumesas of football no sanity yes will be a canal Buafuna Coca Pie and some Anya in Chesma Brantia your fathers are Vincent Company one of your coach Adama Bobo fathers are Bamunche and the two our branches and the Drumedia your fathers are pretty much a basso.
The last thing I want to do, and I haven't done it before, I will not do it now, I will not do it in the future, is to start turning on individuals from my team. No chance. But if there is something I have to say to a player, at any time to any player, I will say it face to face, and I will make sure that the team can also see it, just so we learn and improve from it. But we don't have the luxury in this period, in this moment in time, to start isolating people, to start creating little. I know it's sometimes a sport in which a lot of people can take fun in that side of it, but although I respect this side of it, from my side, it's the team I have is the team I have, and the players that I believe in all of them.
wo eno ayen semo red fan say Vincent Company acheso no enso coach Bobo kwa fan say bamunche na te say ye den excepts ema ye tifo ene enso anopai live for show no so yam draw ayen game no so awe no enso Bobo kwa fan say Real Madrid omo game I was say no back so ensema also tini nyina no wo so TB ema ne man so akọ kama so ade man no pe na fei mamen front one so wodru Bobo kwa fan say Madrid wo mo ya de bi on betimi say na dwe no wo mo so aba qualify na report ameme say kan say sakoba sana dwo mo team bass ne twa mo ti na say ne team bass no so bass na kwa ye say I was say Madrid omo twa ne team na chesa kwara ne nyina no wo mo so ma aye team bass no guard of honor na chesa guard of honor and say mo ba sala mienu na bass na enam fifi a chesa kwara na bass na kwa obia and some other no sabeka a chesa guard of honor abakoso e jama Bobo kwa fan sa Real Madrid wa brana na twa no wo mo so game betimi abaswa yare amtetare de aka nyina so atema na jamese kan nyina no say Real Madrid mo fan ba ko se ono wo fi Colombia and buy na Colombia wo fi buy no wo so wo twa kwan papa na onyi ni se bia Remontada Debate so a anko no won tu fi Colombia and Spain and anka wo basme na baba ye dey and no se anko be hwe bi ensom na wo TV so no nim se aye dey na dwi ade na ye kan se Remontada ebe ye dwuma ana se Remontada so ebe ye dwuma dia I was so the moment some moment no wo so shem ono so ka bia no nti atwa kan sa best 10 hours and some that free Colombia and about Spain and what was about 1,300 euros and ya to ticket access a ticket no cross no no one so they access 1,300 euros no and no and some ticket boa one some atodi abam am no ka say no and no ka fitness way and some that about free my front one some Real Madrid woman cast officially on Twitter handle on the pay woman come keep post for Bana Bobasa no okay and some other kakra and a Real Madrid official on Twitter handle I'm say 90 minutes our Santiago Bernabeu and some I have very long and yeah now we brought 90 minutes our Santiago Bernabeu and some I have very long no and on the course na anya bia nti ebia omo betimi translate sa aye message no and some na call languages awodo mo na Madrid official account no be sasa we betimi translate and some na call several languages mo and some na dia maybe na wo hwa no masa Turkish ewom Greek account afei Japanese account we benyam aye Spanish no and so ni ade ama chese no and some na ya de no pay no we bo so post chese dibi also mo ye edi hunahuna Bobo Cravans Arsenal bia no we mo some ya and mo se omo kasa 90 minutes and some very long our Bernabeu na sa won tiase na bia o Romania ni a wo kasa wom Dutch ewom Serbian account Croatian Polish after Russian Arabic no and chese Turkish no ni nyina so ewom a chese nei enom aye said omo no man city a ye the update aba onsa na pembeka tro say wom ti for no aliki na tufa aliki our Santiago Bernabeu no enu nie almost said the message na very simple na tufa the message and say Dream Factory and some Bernabeu and say bia wako baby aye semina nya ka say bia sub factory and also baby aye nsa nya ka say bia chese brewery no me atno wo mtiri e ba sa no aye Dream Factory a chese so make odai so nyina and some abam say bia me nyina me be say me toka me nyina me be say me ye we nyina no ye chese dream aye so woni so na sample and you ma wo am say babam ana sam no man nyina no wishes ana sane man ya ha and yenya no and the yenya no so be start abo start sa wo bo no so Bernabeu enkwdia adibia yo die so bia no and some other true archesana and no ya Bobo Cravans Real Madrid and some other so mo ye na report am second say and some other ya dear fans come back no manager fans Ancelotti so one can so come keep post our chesana IG na the post no na video and a manager fans Ancelotti message and say wa bra match Abbas one adwi nam amo supporters Aba Stadium and what na last minute womo some abo game no until the last ball until the last minute aye dey Bobo Crua ye fans Real Madrid and some aye cider womo some betimi qualify womo busa coach and fans are paper so penny yes Real Madrid fans say womo abe come back na what say yes come back be and some other koso na and what on te ya domo kanina no say come back and some abe yaduma wo ana coach Bobo Crua ye fans Arsenal and Yabiano what is a Real Madrid come Aka yana wo ye say and was woman amadu mo mabonti and just a rock cross and history akasa and some Real Madrid into the moment Real Madrid for Bakasa be come back no what to be some history no and no and I'm almost right say woman some betimi akasa the first scenario bia and some not to say no Arsenal mindset are different Arsenal and some mindset me say and a dream game ever so can be also woman some abeshenempo woman so qualify we and some manager fans are Tata on comeback and some attitude.
It's part of their history and they have the right to be talking about these kind of scenarios. Ours is very different and our mindset, preparation, our thoughts and how we're going to have the best chance to be better than them in the aspects that are crucial in the game because we're going to try to take the game to places very different to our intentions and if we do that we're going to have a good chance to win the game.
Yes, I know I Kakrabia manager Fanasa Mikel Arteta so and I'll tell say your daily accepts Emma and Wachi I mean himself and training Baku Bisanas and there be I see a who Abomo and your man at Real Madrid and some I'm a fear and some asset Mumana Biano one of the boys in a training and what fear and other boys in Abbas Pen what will be I just say and Kodana Domo Bino a who and some other players Nana was one of the Susa word say be a fear and I say who Aboni players Yenti Arteta.
I mean, I think respect, admiration for what they've done in the competition as a club over the years, the history they have, the values that they defend. Unbelievable, amazing, an inspiration for any coach, any manager, any team. But after that is the competition, is what we are going to face an opposition that we know very well and that we are determined to go out there and try to win the game.
Yes, I know I can't free manager Fanasa Mikel Arteta swear Ben pay line fans from our shows on Sam catch out say Bobo Fanasa Real Madrid manager and address what the Raul Asensio ever right back I know I want no amount Quadana the Fanasa Shuameni and Antonio Rudiger and some other central defense nafe what the David Dalaba some Jacob come so Dennis Ceballos ever started Wubenya Mbappe and Vinicius and pay no me told you man some fresh report to say maybe a manager no and Luka Modric ebem for stability now a drop Rodrigo ebi some actually Rodrigo ever started now Luka Modric comment abasana Federico Valverde on the middle now Brent said Jude Bellingham and also nobody on middle and ya drum medically at one say coach na pasa one total control on the game now total control said adia aye Arsenal weapon and so aye ball possession woman Arsenal kita ball no one kasa bo pass control game no dia what do you about Real Madrid entimi ma game no enti manager Felix Ancelotti no apart from say enwa me ne betu twa say coach na e say one some abanya ball possession no control ball in no one some say control the pace of the game one some prevent Arsenal and you can say Arsenal impose on style of play and some match from ebiam yes what do you about say na dwi saniema and so be come no na some Real Madrid ebetumi qualifier and this one fifi aye compact and this manager no and some them yan fifi and until no yes what 3 year pass one our players one more ability say be medo no one some other dominating and some mum and some impose our style of play and some our game so referee bona be no our Real Madrid and some stamping authority and some our match no na ebiam some and say Ancelotti and so Jiri Abasa Arsenal woman kita ball na and woman dangerous without a ball woman yahu and say your ball na kita ma dangerous no ya jam that you free some nanu nti ama wunya ball bi mo de so wunya hu biem and ya dia manager Felix Ancelotti no and some number so and na Drew Abrasa game no and some ababa so na adeba ko ne say wo hwe Arsenal almost squad na woman some adeba Santiago Bernabeu bibia trust enyo obia na abo game our Santiago Bernabeu impossible no club game ho anya bia na pressure na ati say anya bia na atmosphere ensom that say e bia be Thomas Partey say bia Madrid derby wanya bia boni adia na momo no say bia ni panel game Bernabeu na say ayade say momo me dejo and say anya man nyina be cause no manager your fans Ancelotti am for say we ay advantage at my Bobokua your fan Real Madrid and mo be say coach no so penny and team inexperienced side and Arsenal. I just want to say match Romono, and you be an advantage. I'm Arsenal, and I say advantage. I'm Madrid, and I simple saying, and a Bessiaco, Yintil coach, Alfonso Ancelotti.
I think so that of course to score early is the more important part of the game, but the most important part to have a good control at the game and to try to do your best at the beginning to, as I said, to have a good control of the game, and then when you have a good control of the game, you can score at every minute.
No, I am some manager, Franisa, Mikel Arteta, and also right, Franisa, Carlo Ancelotti, Mr. and Otessa, Yadena accepts Emma Yatilfa and Anope, and some our show so Jude Bellingham General, and upon the controls was say the most repeated word, and some our chess almost stadium hall, and it's just a local room, and you're dinning, and some Remontada Debate, Miss and Cobium. Now, Momusa Jude, I say, and you'll be a comeback, and I beg your Jumana, and also on the Amuji pass. Come back Abayajuma. Now everybody and all players I will say come back Abayajuma because we call Bobo Fanasa Madrid supporters in the and since last week Moko away equal 3-0 80 Arsenal and a Real Madrid supporters in now start here our social media and Montezos oh wait ya be player there come back Abayajuma tomorrow Mutula Petro so Bobo on the bay and almost start to Sadia your fans come back and some Abayajuma Yentia Jude Bellingham.
It's normally really tough. You have the kind of few moments made by kind of you guys, I suppose, and yeah, really motivating stuff. It's a night that's made for Real Madrid, a night that would go down in history, but also be something that people are familiar with around this part of the world. So. Yeah, hopefully we can add another special night. Remontada.
Yadena accepts and a Jacanino, and some not the Emma brought GDA passer from last week. Barinano, one from our GDA Sadia. Yakana said, come back, Kabayajman and Nadia. Amsa Benebo, Unya Babucana, Chasodo Nace, Sedia, Remadud Frenia, Sia Breno, Bia, Bako, Yaba qualify, Yaba fire, Yaba Seria, Denino, and Yabisa Jude, Essa, Adiro Obeya, Yana supporters, Echo, Yana fans, and some Echo and a tree will be in Seria Basiako, Tim Bass, every Kwemu, Maria to Jasamon Kodana, woman, as a junior team, Abama, Tim Bass, and a guard of Anna, Ebiaman say, supporters say, woman from Babashamu Kwemu, now Omotimia Bonsama, Monia Didia, Jamon Tanta, and your coach as a stadium, and your Dinano, Wufu say no, National Chess, Abaya Dia, and Abaya Pana, and also Didia Pass a France and Geno, almost very important to say, and very vital, and some by the Mabokua. Your fans are Madrid, our brand tree. One also game Abaso Jude Bellingham on France Impact and a tree. Our game also Yentiano.
Important, I think they're huge in creating an atmosphere and an energy inside the stadium that's infectious, and the players really thrive off that. They can almost sense that when the crowd are up for it, it's an even bigger game. It means more to them, so it brings a better level from us. You know, I don't have to ask the Madridistas to do anything that they haven't done for us already. They perform and they deliver on these nights every single time, and now it's about us matching their desire to win, their energy, and producing a performance so they can be proud. Yeah, really important. I think they're huge in creating an atmosphere and an energy inside the stadium that's infectious, and the players really thrive off that. They can almost sense that when the crowd are up for it, it's an even bigger game, and it means more to them. So it brings a better level from us. You know, I don't have to ask the Madridistas to do anything that they haven't done for us already. They perform and they deliver on these nights every single time, and now it's about us matching their desire to win, their energy, and producing a performance that they can be proud of.
Mr. Champions League night.
Well, mon fan chair for yes.
And I upgrade your maybe or stroke a sound by Cecilia atoto
That's right.
Aha, sisi bibia de di
101.3.
Okay. Well, new now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I say, Mike, so bibia okay.
Yeah. I'm on fire.
Okay.
Hey, pardon my.
Hey, I thought
I don't want to charge you. I say. Oh, pardon my to us. Yeah, I want to spa here. What is spa here? I
say,
to me, 101.3.
Almost say, why you couldn't?
You say, I want to do. Hey, before me, I was not doing so many rules.
Yeah, mommy and quite new. Yeah, you can't share no idea. You na ya baba share and the games I was say Barcelona.
Right. Yeah, me that's pa na and not game no so. You know, by be share actually bobo your opinions be to hold me game no but be na me e buru kra no manage me say because now goes no e bro dey me predict you know so. But first of all, Ocean game the course and I started from Richard Dortmund game now. I've been one person I'm follow Barcelona for a long time. As a fan, me not to honor. But as a young coach, every time I measure ball, sometimes obi oni me bia no himself me could do even maybe a kind of feature crowd bar me to me gina ho. Serious na me hwe dey nkra na ye no. I love this game to an extent say be details be a course of field no so. Ya na e matter e ma me pa. Champions League knockout phases no yaw. Ade a Wontumi nsesa na say your both games no free the first leg no na deba.
Okay.
Champions League no you do knockout phases no you bought 2 games no about 70% a free first leg no near the aba boss second leg in the area. We are making a cut across all the games at the Basso and none and Nedia Basunina. Now to start from Barcelona game now, why would Barcelona go in a game of best in a midfielder and arguably one of the best players in form in the game right now? Why would Barcelona go in a game of bench in the best central defender where you're available, not on suspension, not on injury? Or you're available, say coach, my ready, my warm up, we coach say no, man start. Why would the coach do that? Yes, he lost Baldi to injury. But I'll come to that topic. But the best double pivot partnership for Barcelona this season, and Gavi and then Frankie de Jong. It has to be Pedri and then Frankie after the expiration of Casado partnership with Pedri. No, Frankie de Jong had to take over. So why would a coach first of all collapse in the system? I have from midfield no to defense. No, now in order to expand this argument. Barcelona ball game not to draw now first leg, you know. Number 2, this is a club. Make you cry on the player or remind them. Man, Busana man who's a similar kind of margin also. You said some about 7 games in 19 days also.
19 days, some about 7 games.
Oh my bro.
Which places a lot of toll on the squad. Now, side game no dear, whatever it is, Barcelona qualify for the first time in 6 years. And no more post here. You are dear Chimajin Koson say football administration. It has its own series. And they said I share Indian movie. Now I share series 1, 2. Now one missing piece in the movie. Every football club, you have an era about Tiashe, you have an era. Sorry about Bijina. So unfortunately, some of the clubs in the sorry be do sorry. I want to me what quotation, I want to be some back you. Clubs baby oh. I want to share. I want to be Sama back you. You look, Benfica at some point, not all your dominant force in European football. Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest. Some of the clubs will be in Team A and Sama back. So after Pep, after Luis Enrique, the success was so massive for Barcelona fans and the club. No? But yeah, right after that, success not faded off. Plan a fade off, including Vinci Kasem. Thereby losing the greatest ever player club at Atitino. All down to financial irregularities and stuff. Club not from how to come back, very difficult. You come back in terms of finances. Our bro, we are part of the elite games, the Champions League, yes, group stages, actually. It's in real time on Barca for a Barca game, no Dortmund phone, camera record on one Laporta. So, Ocean, anyone who said no. Papa, say, what if Barca Johnny no and do ha? For Barcelona to go deep down in this massacre financially, now you almost rising back the top 4 in Europe. No. At some point, Barcelona bought Europa League. Me can't ya come cry. Say Manchester hwegu kra no aya o mbesa hyehye de aba nti yiri na so mo yirom ho enkachi Barca pan ba last 4 Champions League me ka de ahyakomi enkran
since 2019
me ka de ahyakomi enkran ya ne Manchester fans eti mo ba mu opani
sa CCS the Champions League and they are now that 6-year period now Barca are out and Chelsea have won the Champions League. What have you won in Europe? When was the last time you won an European trophy? Last 20 years, you had 2 Champions League titles. You had Europa League, you had Super Cup, Club World Cup. When was the last time I'm Club World Cup?
So yo,
think about yourself.
And it's a big moment for Barcelona fans. Now the individuals within the game no na medio monkobo. First of all, Baldi are undisputed. Now Jared Martin the baby obi on no ho. David Odro baby also should be and also you know because I line now so na wonam left back what they candidate say Aziz who ba kire no Barcelona because number 10 position no a prime zone the Mabasa for pa but left back no dey omo to be confer be crowd outside the back and say Odro yire no ho kwa do benya biabo and Gerard Martin performance was way below a level of ball at the Barcelona for but that was it. It places more importance on Baldi because in your absence and importance and you feel it, and it has been real. Baldi no Barcelona for fair no. And the person friend say Rafinha or say Baldi pa because anytime we take you off no Baldi the connection with Rafinha how on the ball line so the chemistry the two players have built similar to the Kunde and Lami Yama so build on the other side but no Jared Martin was so poor away from Jared Martin no I told you the other day say Arojo may fan and cut top 5 central defenders so we are so
mo say on fite flick a system no
apart from system no you no ko akogina as an individual the concentration awareness our form pa or your mark our form. Now, dear man who are Roho say every time a game no was sort of no, yeah, little mistakes. Then see man for crash on fit into manager and system. They say the manager wants any of the 2 central defenders, you know. So let me build a ball no about with much comfortability. But body be dear Roho and hope. Now me catch them Mickey and pay. Me coach be catch them a chepa and I mean say. I say in the process of perfection,
yes,
there's no room for average. Tamana Barcelona team no a war from na sebe a hochiri wom no na Rojo was the best central defender e say Kubas and Martinez amana ho ato ho but I have that hope say Jonathan Tah later no metimi attract no yaw mama fa that game ni so na me mo Sergio Gracia baso kakra bi o I've been saying say on the African continent top South Africa no Simen ya ka number 9 mu number 9 me ka Tony Abu amode ni bi no and number 9 no Johnny Cote change and fino do by inside asem a typical center forward ni tia adwuma pa onya fam so to me place Sergio Gracia on the African continent I probably felt say Osimhen is the name to go for on any day but this guy is coming thick and fast. Sergio Gracia and no announce no you know to have a hat-trick against no other club like Barcelona no na me to say ya on nakra ya on nanra and he's from Guinea. Last season or your Juma Pad Mastuga and Dortmund Kofana Champions League stage we say unya hat trick now. I am sure ordinary to Osimhen who's a CID and yes because Osimhen a champion with Naples for no but we say no on one individual no nya laurels and Dortmund Kofana but in terms of the 2 individuals and there yeah on also so Obapa Villa ne PSG game no. One game back me who say say coach is to be ne hu no e hu na timi ma ye koye errors na fans na kase enka or start we enka in a Champions League ya na analysis do na your friend situational analysis situational circumstantial BB and aye BB entese ye say that BB chrono Aston Villa every time I catch us a system na you know we are building a 4-2-3-1 na 4-2-3-1 no if free 2 ne corner the na changes no e more pa na 2 no to the bia elements are the constant key denominator no do bia ba beka no it could be margin sometimes but so be who say or Bob Bubaka Kamara any Amadu na mienu in front of the set, in the back four, not there. It's very difficult. And I'm a comachi. Me shake games our boy tia Spurs. Me shake the obo tia Chelsea. Me shake the one Liverpool ball 2-2. The formation systems in you clearly about a very, very flexible double pivot. Jerry Tielemans with Boubacar Kamara. Either say Jerry Tielemans and Amadou Onana. And this is it. This is the lineup of body Tia Aston Villa. A double pivot to America 1-7. Tielemans and John McGinn, the captain, or me in the ball double pivot, right in front of the back line. Then the next game, either Liverpool or Chelsea game, no Benya dia Toswa. Once a double pivot to know a different. And the manager in his concept, in the double pivot to know a Germany. One has to stay, one has to be a ball progressor. I'll bet me are connecting to the final third. Onimbo ne pass, I'll bet me are creative. Meaning say one and even against almighty Liverpool and down a slot because so many form year pa having a typical 4-man method to be a Jones Babishim, McAllister, Gravenberch, Soboslai. Now you for no just Salani, Diego Jota other two. Yet this manager or the Magen and Tielemans said the cop boy for Aston Villa. Yeah, Osaso Bo 2-2. Now go to the next lineup against Chelsea. So make Spurs, make Liverpool, and then make Chelsea. All big clubs in England, all very much attacking sides. But Unai Emery as a manager, the double pivot has always been a pivot because he loves to have a very much stronger control in the final third. But yeah, the last time I bought Amadou Onana and Boubacar Kamara was way back December against Manchester City. Lineup on the PH the boy, we bought the same lineup way back in December, with the exception of John Duran or the final third. So watch this lineup: Obomatikash, Konsa, Paul Torres, Lucas Dean, Onana, Kamara, double pivot on the one, and a ball John McGinn or right side of the attack, Tielemans, Morgan Rogers, and then Rashford. Yeah, lineup with the best Rashford, our Babishim, and then John Duran. So and now manager when a lineup from body tier PH, but the same lineup with the exception of Rashford and John Duran, and the team Man City way back in December. So check Man City and then check PSG. Two similar Spanish managers. Among one managers or respect your more or both typical says for me, Apart from that, and a Slotto, Maresca, whichever coach be Obabiano, Ubim no Bonobono. The big game no Basso.
Young Kunyansa, you real not in a Baba Share. Well, Meza, Brahma, you share not in Rihanna, Yababa Share, and the matches.
Yes, fancy my young for. And your man was established yesterday night. One, Paris Saint-Germain are chairs so more overcome a certain Tangubian show Mokon for some years. And then I made emphasis on it, say, only one particular club are OP Timba, Kwa you or free Mupa in the second leg of the Champions League. I brought more taking a 2-goal difference to the away game now. They say, and none pressure say, yeah, Bomosodo. But I think, say, they handle the game so well. There are moments within the Champions League games that fancy Di Maria. Sure. A very important at the any single team be about the Champions League.
Okay.
Oh, me who so be dominating an entire knockout round. Giddy. Abra the opponent in the cranial moment. For example, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain were Paris. Paris bo game ni na. But Liverpool in a moment be me wa. Moment no munya Liverpool di share say
1-0.
The return leg. The first 15 minutes to 20 minutes now when Liverpool dominated most of the phases of the game too. A created chances bay. But Paris Saint-Germain at the moment in our day. So the most important thing about the Champions League is about how you utilize your moment. There was a 15-minute period for Aston Villa. And then the game ni BBR, they would have qualified. So 15-minute period no. Ama game ni be 2-2. E be 3-2. And Chebian yesadi Rashford free.
That change na as a fans in being say na manager ni Rashford free.
And Rashford is also having a very good record against Paris Saint-Germain. From the days at United, and I do maybe can Paris Saint-Germain for the believe say some more ton Kylian Mbappe.
So more for.
I was some more from Marcus Rashford deneba. Ama will grow into the game ama game na besi na beti, including Amadou Onana. I know you are free more. I know the Marco Asensio by because he feels Asensio with the experience. Yes, it's true. But I strongly believe that Kobetima maintaining Asensio, Marcus Rashford, and even have Oli Watkins on the field.
Chasing game, Nadia.
If you're chasing the game, you need such a result. And weigh the difference between how Luis Enrique a ball drew baby, a coach so drew baby, and some of the decisions he will not take at certain point. And I think Enra, one of the mistakes I will not Emery on the career in terms of taking that decision, and it shouldn't be happening again. And I do know a dinner no. But I'm happy for Paris Saint-Germain. Say or taking the opportunity to overcome sa shackles na show mo kon den no or team no mo dey go baby. I fancy the tactical game between Unai Emery and Luis Enrique and top notch. I've seen Paris Saint-Germain midfielders control the game, dictate the pace of the game, and create from the middle of the park. But no more be in the game, man. The rotation among the three midfielders. Just say you could not even see Nipa no 6. So on your screens, you could see where Paris Saint-Germain players receive your passes. It's Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, Vitinha. Fancy, who Fabian Ruiz are receiving most of passes, no? The left part of the pitch now. João Neves in Vitinha.
Also, no, you're dominant left, left-footed.
But João Neves and Vitinha. Look at the number of times Omumi only decided when they drop it. You see the synergy and understanding between those two. It's only a matter of time because Omususa. Imagine some ball who drew 24-25. Fancy, they will be difficult to break down. And I think Adebakwa etimi boa Paris Saint-Germain paano this thing. Can you retaliate on the Camara kombe home pa, including John McGinn. Fancy, John McGinn is not your extravagant, talented player, but on the field of play, I don't think any player ever more the level of commitment and energy he gives you. On your skillful midfielder or far more than another for balls there be John McGinn and yes sir. But young carry ball no, young tackle and fancy ocean match in terms of the statistics total carries 16 sixth in the whole game. You got 22 players no more free bench by ya. Or more carry ball no do pa John McGinn toss set. Then Obama share a total progressive carries. You can carry the ball, but I tell you carry now or carry no, and you do a progressive play. And fat ball no compound no any bebre. But the total progressive play in this particular game, or the third best player in this particular game. Game my air ball someone in the belly with good carrier of the ball, total progressive passes, and it carries or Hakimi, or Nuno Mendes. In the same game, no Morgan Rogers. In the Aston Villa game, no, and I season near Aston Villa Dino, Pobi or carry ball or Kamubi, and even progressive carries is there. But you have John McGinn bossing an European League with that numbers now. And I've seen Matthias said the entire coach will be about team in frame. Aside that, he recovers so well, he comes back so well, and will be defending. Because checking the total defensive actions, Makumako 11 among the 22 players who started the game, plus one free bench by or the 6th best player in terms of the total defensive actions, interceptions, tackling. Samuel Mani, he has been there.
Wontumi 101.3
super performance, but I think there is a thin line between expectations and reality. And the expectations of Aston Villa was that you better qualify. But in Champions League, moments will always define what reality is. And then reality dawned on Aston Villa, Abraham Wontumi qualify. Away from that game, I think say Oshe Borussia Dortmund FC Barcelona game now. And also betre nyoma mienu bi. One, Barcelona is beatable. Number 2, Barcelona will need to pick up the pieces as soon as possible in terms of mental toughness, especially playing in the knockout stages of the Champions League now.
say anya Inter ebe Bayern
asem no
Beshia Barcelona
and omono on transfer session 4 na return leg no abetete ahye no dabi ano abetete na ababeka achiri dabi ono bo two-legged ni na afenchim pape but me cite an example bi ma wenra about Barcelona left backs in history. And Rafinha was literally off without Alejandro Balde.
I said no coach no so ma Rafinha bar right and Lami Yama won call left.
Because nipa no be complementing Rafinha and Gerard Martin only ho. It say we now full back no be complementing and then switch. Tactics, they switch to get the best out of each other. Yama just to create something. But mistake we man in BM so about Arao and Kubasi as the centre back pair.
No, Martinez and so yellow card away from suspension.
They are aware, but man in BM see money see BM and on problem man in fit because there are some Kubasi in the Barcelona setup and on the left centre back. And Inigo Martinez. And Kubasi the ball as the right centre back. Now we have Arao a ball as the right centre back, and you Kubasi did about the left centre back role. And in terms of building from the back, Arao, he is not your perfect passer of the ball. Any ball passing, Arao is aggressive, good tackler. You try to see so your police are 1v1 or better on my own call. But Barcelona building from the back, so on multiple occasions, you saw Frankie de Jong dropping deep in between the two centre backs, so Robert may initiate the build up from the back. And anytime you obey Saboni, we don't went with a 3-back system. It's more overcrowded the midfield. So 2 double number 10 and answer wingers no move inside. No, a press Frankie de Jong, then there will be trouble for Barcelona. It is a boss up where be more to be oppressive. Any team be obe pressibian or better
to me 101.3
and over to you Arao as the right back. Meaning the tell you lose the bar Barcelona no more use as a centre back. Because Minister Xavi on there were some games that they used him as a centre back because he's so much comfortable on the board than Arao. It is someone make out with pressing no hit map near that screen is no. Once in fin in a yellow deep Frankie de Jong because only the only player na Barcelona could initiate the build up form. Tomo nyina good so na press no and overcrowded that particular position. And omo the tete Barcelona pa. I think within their shape and whatever they wanted to do, fancy enra a test for them to understand say omo team no invincible. They could literally lose some games. But I think they will need to have their setup right going into the semi-finals of the Champions League.
Whoa, Mezame say, yeah, sure, no matches near Yana, Yaba share and Ediana Basso say Remontada, Ebeya Juma, Ewa, yes, Santiago Beneboana said, but Munchin Subaka Koyebi, I was San Sirana. Mike,
Francis, may I say, yeah, started from what happened in Germany. You see,
to me,
there is always the best time to lose, and at the right time. I mean, you're the right.
Okay.
There is the right time to lose and then the wrong time to lose. Barcelona lost yesterday to end their 24-game unbeaten run at the right time. That was the right time they needed to lose.
Samu.
Yeah. What if I said game 1-0, 2-0, then Romu lose here, what would have happened?
As a storm fantasy team.
Exactly. Now the first leg result, and my coaches know an opportunity to also try out certain things. Then see how they can go without certain players. So it was the right time to lose. A beer about our team now. There will be a kind of mental block. Barcelona are into the semi-finals for the first time in how many years? 6 years. Good. So that 6-year period, Barca have suffered eliminations the Europa League 2 times. Baku against Man U, Baku against Eintracht Frankfurt. This same crop of players and Ameboa. So that 6-year period now, Barcelona Croyano have tested humiliating results. Ebi eba and 8 no be sure mono. And Ameboa
The
last time Barca made the semi-finals after that 6-year period, no, Barca Tiomo Nani Omo 8. Bayern Tiomo Nani Omo 8. True of us. There is a certain mental block that prevented this team from getting to where they are supposed to get to. Into check. Last season in the quarterfinals, Barca convincingly won the first leg against Paris Saint-Germain. Second leg, they collapsed. Mentally, psychologically, they folded. After that red card from Araujo, PSG took over. Meboa. Yeah. They needed to experience something like this. So it helped them to grow, because as part of winning, you can't win every game. To be successful, you must lose some. It is only when you lose, then you learn the lessons from it. Na afe, so se focus be wo trim nanka wo ye Lucia, you keep it intact. So it was the right time for Barca to lose, because they will learn a lot from this and improve on their own game. Mentality wise, in terms of experience, players from about semi-finals of the Champions League nibida. Obebo Lewandowski, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Wambobo ni bienra. Obono mujina pechinesono. Maybe you would have to look at Frankie de Jong. Oshe de Jong then what about Lewandowski? Apart from Omono Menkai Obia or what Barca team numa Enro Obobia, what about Champions League semi-final that? Dani Olmo came off the bench. Our experience at the semi-final stage because of Leipzig. Anameboa. Marc-Andre ter Stegen squad no crowd no count. Then maybe Andreas Christensen also Ambobi. So in this talented Barcelona squad, only 5 of them have Champions League experience at the semi-final stage. The team they are there, but they are not matured yet in the context of this competition. And they need results like this to mature. Maturity does not come from saying you're good in Kwa. At times, when things go bad, your ability to bounce back, find character, recover, it also shows how mature you are. And Barca in the knockout stages this season, games were no marble. Before Dortmund, which other team did they face? Benfica. Excuse me to say, but these are opponents relatively on paper, no? I was a Barca good. But what is the next test? There is a potential Bayern or Inter Milan. And send your wusi bonus if you don't toughen up, one for be and fan can't acquire the next stage now, so that is why they needed that result and they needed that performance and so one can dressing room and my coach Nejumani full. You don't just need the coach to come and tell Araujo say you had, excuse me to say, a shitty day. No, you don't. Who play an ankasa? I'll call red dressing room and I shall dimina our bench. Lami ama anything whatever. Who need dimina? Yeah, they felt so bad and they need to enter the dressing room, do an inquisition. Amangasa yeah, an introspection. Bisebiso Charlie ended the media gupon Rafinha.
To me, 101.
Now you see me magic ballon you on a Makobo board through Casano. A 20 trim. The next stage you're doing semi-finals. Yes. What do you think they will come up with? They'll come different. So maybe to me, men kind of say a blessing in disguise, but a yes and it's a Sebasa Lucy and Ra game no. The confidence was raising. Na a more musu any pa nyome bia was still or more trust no more. Now their confidence has been dented. The ability to bounce back would define whether they have character or they don't have character. So it was good Barca loss for say who grassi your consumer no one boy hina. So one ya attempt na anke hina nke mbo. But one boy hina no sanso di nsuo ne ba na bibia ye intact. Ya bona baso. In the first leg, no yomukumfudufo. He killed them in the first leg. He had very clear chances to score. Even Endra, Gurasi, before so much penalty, he had chances. He was slipping. The occurrence on one the boy, but I'm happy for him. Even among the Dortmund faithfuls, after first leg, no, most started born same players. No, that was when they signed off. Say, Omon qualify exactly, yeah. But they needed to give the fans something. And don't fans needed my players. The players also needed to give them something back, and they made them feel and enjoy European nights again. Dortmund now can share Barca and right in the first win. I was so much sure almost I don't know. Oh, you lose so you know you stood behind us. And to say ya banner mu na mo twa hia wa ha. Yes, you be mama performance money beti home. And Gurasi at the heart of it makes it all brilliant. The first African player to net a hat-trick against Barcelona. And Tainsi.
And 5 goals in a single campaign.
Lightning does not strike twice. It is beautiful. So it means no. The me yan say age awe dino. We be the last straw. Europe. This will be his last straw. Oh nya gidi bia. Because when I know no be back Madrid and now unless Eric Chupo Moting.
Yeah.
But on Maxim Chupo Moting and no. On an agent in the finding the top clubs any moment. But when on the age, you know, it is perceived that Dortmund or Bebon be 2 years ago. We were at 31. It's African strikers here and Tom 30. This may be a free agent, be a pioneer agent, a powerful no working deal for him. But I'm happy that he's also enjoying the limelight. Wabre. Into baby I will be doing a set effort as all Lusunya. Aston Villa, you see, the two sides of football. Control is chaos. Enrique's football thrives in control. A controlled environment. Or no mom ne dictate is and the perfect way of control was when they controlled the game and then took that 2-0 lead. This PSG team, they can play a possessive-oriented game, but they can also be very direct. More passes better 10 crown or attack you. To check their first goal, check their second goal. They do not even comb 8 passes together. Direct. They are multi-dimensional. Very talented. And Enrique's use of the fullbacks in here beautiful. And the understanding within this team, and it's our positional intelligence in terms of their movement and the fluidity in terms of their play. One and can synergy, I think Akumiawa, they are very intelligent. The dangerous aspect of this PSG team, and your bono, but the player movement, the dangerous aspect of them. But send your players making movement on the pitch now. And the more so at one point, Kvaratskhelia all right. The next instance our left. Bakola all right. The next instance our left. We hear no free more. Nuno Mendes the left back. The next instance or when him or boss strikers rule no go. Hashraf Hakimi your right back. The next instance or when him or no chance or babeshe after say keeper a poor by keeper poor by why in the draw. A attack midfielder na Hakimi or attack midfielder. And the other no bedroom to me yes sir. So the positional intelligence of this PSG team and a more dangerous asset, a more dangerous weapon. Or movement, adding. So they will make it difficult for every setup to defend against them. Last week, na Newton Baye, Dembele, the Oya or the train power tourist film, Emma Kvaratskhelia going by Newton Meboa. Is it not the same positional intelligence? Oma Bing. And when they control the game, they're able to do this better. So the only way of unsettling them and not making them enjoy their game near the end, chaos. And Aston Villa found a window of opportunity to plant chaos in the game. PSG for no to die. After scoring 2, they thought, first half in the year, and that moment they allowed Aston Villa to get that 2-1 to take it to halftime. No, only the it built the belief of the Aston Villa team. And it's an half timer. I am coach is tired Juma year per half time. The need the echo no CC. The need the enko no half time no nya enough time because need to how many 15 minutes. So you talk to your players. So that moment, it helped Emery. So I'm finding your man to 2 years before Aston Villa pledged in that 15 minutes. But Rashford no more game review.
101.3.
Rashford is a momentary player. Momentum. Onye player dominated throughout. He was not Aston Villa's best player. Cry non count. Momentum in the befano. I saw Coma TSC also. Then the momentum ni be rano. And I love their part he played in omoted goal as concert. But the point remains that it was Emery's brain. Emery, and the chaos in the game. So it unsettled PSG. They were static in their movement. Hey, Nuno Mendes, I'm about to end the Menka. Hakimi, I'm about to end the Menka. And the moment that thing came on board, it helped Villa much more than it helped Paris Saint-Germain. But Enrique and the boys never sunya the frame. I love the fact that two teams are more from Europe and Romulusuye. Some come here didn't about PSG near a year Barca, but they lost yesterday. Unim the Echeromo. Bon yembom ye yensiem ye. So we can never afford to get complacent. And the better lesson or the best lesson they can learn ahead of the semi-finals. So at times you learn more in losing than winning, and that is the episodes of Barcelona and then Paris Saint-Germain.
Whoa. That's Mike. Yeba and the matches no so Udru San Siro, Inter Milan Munchin and Alfie Bernabeu and Real Madrid Arsenal and Yoma dear Madrid Fly Bipa but and Monfanchena Nyoma Bibio from the start. New Yambra Fianco Bernabeu straight.
Yo, I love the fact that making command no do be an over Sammy Apunina na or ya can be most often no Champions League bar it do be a patim no about ye. The first leg has always been important. Of course na busa and say adena Barca lose PSG lose yet omona progress. Omi lose yet omona progress. Meaning say omo progression no ewo a tail from the first leg na edeba. Me the san common no TS game no so. Madrid akofre God Madrid akofre abosumo Madrid nyina Ancelotti afrede na nankanso no mu nyina kasa ono mu kasa no nsamafo nyina so bebe fie next week ababeboa na Mikel Arteta de oni nsamafo hono mu ana Mikel Arteta de oni nsamafo ana ena twemani ekogu nsanra na twemani gu nsana ibosum kase owu 1862 pie eno se twemani nkana komanto no yam awrade ya bre
ala bokwala we spiritus
Ateta kra anoma moye na serious Real Madrid is serious hey almost omu Arsenal for na dream yele we na buskere chance da bia sack ude afere ma bre sack me afere me kala Ateta kra bre your game in 90 minutes the day ya ohun ni nyina no none of the didn't be Rafael no so there are game and there are platforms. In terms of this game, I am discussing football. No, every stage I will be apart from talent in our one. I say, "Come and what you do team? I am prepared and ready to face whatever comes up." Or our stage in our dream. Thomas Partey in the highest stage of our body. Mbappe in the highest stage in the Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, David Raya. At this stage we will be facing Real Madrid. I won't go level akwa kodubia afa na okekese ni diaba so Madrid for not upon koso ye kokon enemkrofo ye wuye whatever it is 90 minutes na Mikel Arteta have been surprised said that Adoma Bonten kra me Santia Ancelotti any pressure in free players so
and the man ye hu say
anke bia mind game ke bia Jose B no aka
so obedi di Ancelotti atam fa chama se be choose sa ba sa na person me kire so aka
Ancelotti sama ma chew
yes
na sa show
Ancelotti asoso national players na nyakwan arrest
okay
now no manager no or shoulder blame ne the pressure responsibility be bia
also noise no omuntumi stop noise ne free outside the baba to mbey omo talking our pitch so
game no and no me can want some sure say the 20-minute factor no I be can want some no me I also agree say the first 20 minutes of the game no e be was say in the rest of the minute so nemo e betia call their Arsenal for betia call their Real Madrid for and then me busa say oh what if Madrid the first goal first 20 minutes yes it is true the origin bia e best scare Madrid for e best scare me am here pond the very far distance e ball no best scare me e best scare ya nkrofo na first goal BBS sir it would really scare the players but then and say na Arsenal so first minute no corner ba no mo permit no eta 4 goals Madrid e ba beti how the journey be
na say metuasi ya Madrid press be on be share early first goal no I was almost at home actually once a year.
Who he has to go now? No, oh, Prakosha first go, and no consider first go. Madrid Jaifa. The first goal, no Makwanu 1 mount, and Makwanu 1 mount to get because first goal no just actually what mentally could see trainer what the cash or so. Now 4. Even though you are thinking it's first goal, remember confidence, but that is when you score. Way a situational. Nemum so go na ehwehwe and see the first 20 minutes of what happens. Ancelotti say okobo a technical method for. Aden Ancelotti ka bibia kire so usoro asrafo. May the Madrid have known and Madrid under Ancelotti no enye Madrid of possession team. Madrid enye built on paper. A direct precision football. Very quick transitions near quarter-final third. Of course, Vinicius will try one to Murika. Mbappe try one to Murika. Jude Bellingham best supporter as a cast. Why are you keeping yourself on the ball? Say, Obaba say Bios, Obaba Modric. Your mama method no, your story no. Whatever method
say, Obaso what Valverde ba middle no. Now we are babenya to say maminyina so na menhwe ne yema.
But your mama say same way say before I drew.
So Obaso ball Ceballos there ever start because of my last game league no free bench but after so I recover so Ceballos ebeba no or the Bellingham akano and son of Valverde so no no attacking trial no ye Vinicius, Mbappe and Rodrigo and Wontumi Rodrigo so from the Modric ebe come down on said e be ya on be timi anya almost Arsenal weapon here when with the ball. So Arsenal without the ball when you Salah Madrid from the summer.
And your man can see so but that's baby at the Madrid. And the Arsenal how be you more without the ball a sin on the ball.
How?
Until you know the current Ancelotti go for the ball. And the Arsenal will go with a very deep block. I'm a B man about a mid block. Now deep block and mid block no combine here the person be say my jai ball no the amount of ball. So now what kind of the ball?
Yeah.
But maybe space in here because you are fighting for two things on the field. The ball and the spaces. You have the ball, you need space to progress and thrive. Ball no crowds up one space be the better on a team one function with the ball. So sometimes you defend in two ways. You press or you create blocks. Block near mid block or deep block, whatever low block you want to create. Or over 2 more. Say on a PH more or 2 half or build the banner. Dortmund and not person or 2 defenders no trust or more pressure. So that you can decide well on the ball. But whatever way it is, Madrid against Arsenal, no. Arsenal will thrive more without the ball. And especially when able to Asensio and a fan. Oh, and Arsenal better.
Alaba besa ko 3.
Alaba be wune.
Oh, how?
Alaba be wune. Me both France Alaba. Alaba is showing good form. And Arsenal for the team making. Every time na me kra nim ni so ko hebo na Arsenal for do so say omo oba game no omo se tutuo omo se pay na me hu da Arsenal for no say omo no den se Chelsea for na sasase ma bebre ni ntia ba bia mti tutuo omo nyina pay yaw whatever it is ma me nin komo no na me nsam ne yap na me nua no mo ososo mram Madrid game no te said ye wo kaka na osawo etwo na oye boxer Obakata wanim and Abakata ayase.
Was it Real Madrid game it is a day?
It is set Oya boxer now what Chuna Wakaka. So Bakata wanim to new Jawa yase.
Na boxer the way they Chuna Ukojina ring.
Say Madrid were deficiencies with Finfi. And Ancelotti captures all the solve deficiency by moving Valverde from right back.
There's a Vasquez and Super
a hornet. A hornet Vasquez hornet make an you know. So one movie Valverde from right back of Vasquez. Whoever Arsenal ever pair no with Vasquez and Alaba a whole the Arsenal on the Jubu Brunya. Arsenal and Madrid improve on Finfi. But another angle Abema Arsenal about game apart from Alaba and Vasquez on no. The set pieces most importantly. Bona you be floaty at their basrono. A honor Arsenal for being your mogone. Yaw ti neti ni ye ba bia game no be fra ba na maduso am di wi no Madrid goal no betimi aba from a major error is see stage na ye group or Champions League World Cup stage we platform no ye kese a inexperienced defender Saliba mo nyina e bom di jejo mo so EPL no but level we na fe na abi mu de amomo pa Ya bought Jakub Kivio, ya bona baso this season a lot of depth. But Madrid be booster Kivio a lot of questions. So at the early stage of the game, you booster questions would you implode? Are you cracking down? What I said about now, catch Madrid when your errors against Bayern, okay, Orange, Mekawunra. Madrid when your errors against PSG, when your errors, multiple errors against Liverpool. Nina man a bad game no. A better Arsenal prevent errors. Fatu trim se meka errors on wasem.
Arsenal made mistake.
Yes.
I'm a Madrid.
I'm a Madrid a capitalize. Mbappe Vinicius mumbedi decide no. Na Madrid dia Arsenal beba game no yawo. Ye kobo corner. Ye bobo free kick. Ye bobo ball no ebe in swing aba boundary box no. Ho ene ye Arsenal bronya ne. Uye no si nche ya. Ye baby Alaba dano. Ene baby Vasquez dano. Apart from this, what I will tell you is say Arsenal are not going to dominate or battle against Madrid on Finfin ho. Intentionally upon one moon and who play a metal in Finfin ho be Arsenal and the Omo Meshe battle on Finfin ho. You commit more space and that also becomes our advantage. Yo, me first call line to you because I'm disappointment and say, but the mechanic said me Arsenal qualification yen na me be catch.
Oh yeah.
Into my way Bayern eko biem anasa ko defend the idea already was show 2-1 wo fie kwa away afre u biem ana wo ye the idea na makacho back three system no the modern day attacking method amanfo bebre hu ye by kasa back three amanfo bebre adwene ko defense adwuma Simone Inzaghi ye no we can talk about any back three in the world Tapsoba Jonathan Tah and Leverkusen the other
copy.
Omo partnership a watchro no Leverkusen ko animu Bundesliga nim ko invincible but omo borem wo Europe no the final na Atlanta achomo but Osho Simonia the Champions League final he played against Man City and the back three were developing a redesign creating a lot of innovations within the back three don't the name Busa Christian Anslani how onya Mkhitaryan Chanoglu, Barella, Method, Ronya, Ababewemu. And look at how even Francesco Acerbi, 37 years, were the master of defense or Inter Chirono. And Macan was some the other day said Juventus, BBC no break it down with Bonucci, Chiellini, and Bazzagli break it down. I think Inter and Asufro because that was also another back three. And Inter Milan Inter be progressive ahead of Vincent Company. And in the buying.
Whoa, new me that say me ba meza last week okay say this week o day assembly be ba ma uza man for kai me say okay me be nti o ho ne e bay general Arsenal for na nia bre pa masa and the Real Madrid for so be tutun say Bruno.
First of all, I will never change my stance on the fact that I've said say Arsenal will qualify ahead of Real Madrid. Let me establish that fact well. Ana mi sura de ana enye mi hu se metena ha se aka cho se Arsenal will qualify ahead of Real Madrid. I don't care. But the entire me na make a story na sem natural money say in the last 3 seasons in 2021-2022 Obekaya Real Madrid lose only 1 home game in the league.
Yes.
Barcelona na kweshe ne 4-0. Memphis Depay, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang team no. Real Madrid lost only 1 home game in the league. That season, group stage Barcelona free in the Champions League. Copa del Rey round of 16 now Barcelona free. Omubo Barcelona game no on 20th March. Now before 20th March no, ana minya akobi. Mini papa penimwa na niefi watena Spain ache na onote Madrid ope Madrid pa so ano kache me say afi we Champions League in Real Madrid na beje because as at that time no kran nyam be ball I think the quarter final no kran be ball the semis ano cast asem ne chere me because before that nothing e ba be ball the quarter sama Real Madrid be ball I think Paris Saint-Germain Asano Makobo City in the semi-final. Asano Mo de call the final. Against Liverpool, show 1-0. from Nabuza say kwan be so na Real Madrid be first because of team no in the league they we know they are getting results, but in the Champions League they look quite poor. I know say there be Real Madrid ne Barcelona game no. Say Barcelona share Real Madrid by 4 goal difference me from to me team say Real Madrid be the Champions League no. Asem we Abu Dhabi ne me dance ni. Because also na me tiny ne ko fie na sa ko ne ye dey. E bye. It's Barcelona share Real Madrid 4-0 because the whole season Real Madrid have not lost a single game at the Santiago Bernabeu when it comes to the league. And Barcelona share Real Madrid by 4-0. That was the only game Real Madrid lost in the league at the Bernabeu. I'm not sure Real Madrid be the Champions League. You know, I feel what kind of say there be. Assembly no credit. Real Madrid will win the Champions League. It's Paris Saint-Germain. I think the first leg against Real Madrid. Real Madrid be dane any or Bernabeu. And City share Real Madrid by 4-3. First leg. And the return leg, you know, Ombe lead by 2-0 be a Riyad Mahrez. It's a goal. And some later on.
Don't comebacks in the year.
Comebacks in the year.
Chelsea so buy.
And Chelsea so buy. It will study here. The first leg of the knockout stages from the quarter-final and the corner round of 16. Now Madrid first leg.
They can go home.
Wait. Okoswa.
Koluzi.
Obahoma.
Yeah.
And Real Madrid the Champions League. Fast forward in 22-23, Real Madrid lost various home games in the La Liga, and it was clear. But Yamara 23-24, Real Madrid the Champions League no almost La Liga. Real Madrid lose to Timbe. Real Madrid lost only 1 game. Now against one Atletico de Madrid. Copa del Rey no almost lose to Atletico de Madrid. The man told me the same thing against Real Madrid will win the Champions League. So we lose to Atletico Madrid.
And I win so they no catch you.
Fancy. E mo ayedin. Real Madrid cannot win the Champions League.
The same person and a catch.
They say Real Madrid cannot win the Champions League. They won't win the Champions League after we. What are the results of this game? What are the results to say via Arsenal Bayway and Arsenal Bayway? What am I say? The only thing told me point blank, they say after Real Madrid will not win the Champions League. Debbie. Real Madrid will not win the Champions League. Me obi a mejini omedi. Ana obi frame ta kan se mi kire me ana to de bi nyani nyina na mejidi. Se bi me ba dream ba. Me de kwa adwin mu no ma yede. But okato aso 2 na esi 2 na I was like ada ni pay ni dia na Real Madrid ye no soronko a. E ma Real Madrid timi sacrifice. O se Real Madrid sacrifices no ye ne yehu. De e dia ni bu se ndwi no. Real Madrid sacrificed their game against Barcelona. They sacrificed their game against Atletico Madrid to the Champions League.
Jeno be lose eno.
No, because that season no new teha. First leg no man say mu 2-1. Buso bia say wiase mu nyina say one another adwen ne say Barcelona be share Real Madrid sa game no. Memphis the pay money payment go stage Real Madrid and Timmy qualify for Barcelona and Timmy qualify out of the group in the Champions League. Sa season na Madrid forecast say some Barca for no em say they be almost share 5 sa fu we and some 5 ni bia. Look at how that game Barcelona won it. Barcelona more counter attack na no ba mayanga bobo na to net. Na Atletico Madrid game no share Real Madrid by 3-1 no. Now goals he PM in that particular season against Real Madrid. Na Copa del Rey no goals he City fast so buy.
Wontumi 101.3.
Fancy. And the supporters they say Oma ko share Real Madrid war Marcelino Santa Maria Street. And here ultra form penifone woman de na one mo tighten up on echi no. Na Papa Marcelino ya ye ka no wansem no. I di ni din be 2 street ni so no. Obi anu ono ma ye fa ne say artisans o maba Spain anka so mo drodro ye portrait no. Obi anu ono ya de che no. But adiba kwa na ma ne damu sunko ne say no ye very religious. It is from the Borgias Cathedral, more or less like Catholic churches ne mu edu ne mu adin ni bi no. Eho eni tete papa ni free. Ono kwa de kwamba ye artisan kwampo akomuji tumi se ko be father. Iti say de ni to street bi so to ba bia omo believe say a good omen and answer oyo obi an empire bokosoro. And besides ko Saint kra na nke fe no ma ne yi akebe yi iti anytime Real Madrid won match mu adin bia no ho no mu share Real Madrid team bass no
Marcelo no ho
no no mu so mo ko ba fancy ye ka for Real Madrid ye kan sem bebre de ma Real Madrid ba ye hwa de bi kakra uko Spain a ye obi order of Isabella the Catholic na order of Isabella the Catholic no more or less no more 3 preeminent orders of it and no ye established in 1926 and ye established order of Charles III in 1771 na enche bia na Mikel Arteta in that particular knighthood nipa ye consider no as the Grand Master the King of Spain iti enche bia na Mikel Arteta omo frɛ no no sa particular abasobode no the order of the night
asani akọ
international break na ba
ana Arteta course
ba
because the King of Spain sa induction na man
it is spiritually Real Madrid are strong there but you're also coming up against somebody who's also strong fancy a bad tactics are Real Madrid intimi mo Arsenal many new team me Real Madrid own team mo Arsenal tactically this is in the shows clear Real Madrid are prone to mistakes at their back line to they concede and you mommy and Arsenal they share Real Madrid set pieces individual errors at the back line for Real Madrid and at the level of confidence in how Wontumi controlling the game sound your mommy and say way a move back open Real Madrid betting me free ho controlling of the game the crown Real Madrid ain't team control game way 90 minutes against Arsenal they can't Real Madrid is a team of movement. It is first 15 minutes of the first half, second 15 minutes of the first half, then what second half, the same thing, first and last. It is
so maybe first 15 minutes, our first half.
Real Madrid will love to control, and at the last 15 minutes of the first half. Yes,
second half
the same thing.
So you have first 15 minutes. Madrid.
Madrid. They will press
from 30 equals 45.
They will come in again because somebody go
45 to be 60. Madrid na 75 to
but in between no e hono na na kokrom ni asem no e hono Real Madrid betimi akon die
nyamensa wo
and the quality of results are Real Madrid hwe so mo nsa betimi aka e dey free this particular encounter no when it comes to tactics I believe the only way Real Madrid can beat Arsenal is to make sure some moment ni they capital but more capitalizing on some few minutes na dem no omo timi ka some concede they'll go all out Arsenal ni she lose. When it comes to individual quality, as Real Madrid will individual quality, so we are top, but as a team, I don't think say Arsenal no form. So the only way Real Madrid can qualify against Arsenal and Madrid, by say money be no America can once and but no how it will happen.
So Madrid and qualify.
Fancy game no dey na doso me na doso.
I remember mo ye bi one more Twitter handle na make say X handle am say Google Translate and translate 90 minutes at the Bernabeu long and call other language.
I have seen Arsenal against City. I have seen Arsenal against Liverpool. I've seen Arsenal against Inter Milan. But I Arsenal against Paris Saint-Germain.
I feel my ball Champions League.
Fancy, it is not a joke. Team I bought 79 games. Unconsidered 3+ goals. 2+ in first time. I know there's always a first time. No, because for assembly by. Let's say there's also a first time for Arsenal to also eliminate. But fancy, in the history of the Champions League, in 2006, en route to the final of the Champions League, Arsenal able goal almost Real Madrid from Bernabeu and Emirates. Bernabeu one of mu film. Real Madrid is the best club in the world when it comes to the Champions League. No doubt about it. But I told be a mom far assembling to baby assembling that. Me fa who emmen kasa me medical kasa say me Mrs. Obian time obia.
Okay.
Obian time obia. Ono na nke kwose 3 la kobeka so be fi ba be she no.
Whoa, Mike.
Fancy, better say to start with on this same Madrid game, you see, you can 90 minutes, but the 90 minutes won't decide this game. A moment, and the moment can be in an 11-minute spurt. Game no corner 11 minutes. It means it's not the dimensions of this game. Meaning that I make a here. It is about the oben making the moment in a county. So that is what I would love to speak to. I think that this is a game Madrid need Couture more than any other individual. Almost on the form 3. Make up Vegas and nothing. I'm that form in Sanameboa. Good. But they need Couture in this game more than any other game on Mobile Champions League.
I didn't see her.
Good. Madrid they keep it just one clean sheet in this competition. And that was by Couture. And that was a game against Stade Brest. Home games are in our concede. One concede cry back. Milan question me Red Bull Salzburg a share back. Anameboa. Stuttgart share back. Dortmund share. So Madrid any home games are in. Man City cry Diego Shebi. Atletico Madrid share back. So at home, they've not kept a clean sheet. And this is a game they need a clean sheet to better their chances. They can't engage into a high tempo, high scoring encounter with Arsenal. Because opponents now are in a Kobono. Defensively are solid. They won't guarantee you many quality chances. So this is a night Madrid need to be clinical. But again, you need to shut shop at back and make sure you keep a clean sheet. Crucial. That is why they need Couture most in this game than any other individual.
First leg,
Mbappe more, Vini Junior more, Rodrigo more, but omo here Couture game we see obia. And I said this on Sporty and Ananopa. Yeah, morning show me kind. They need Couture in this game more than anybody. He's the goalkeeper with the second most saves, 48 in this season's competition. Yeah. But on know what that fewer games than the others row in Emi Martinez. So you get the difference. Wom kesepa. Emi Martinez now a 51 saves. I stand to be corrected. We're 48. But Bakuna done more games and more minutes than Onwa them no. Again, his goal prevention in the Champions League in 11 games at 3.77. It ranks top 3 amongst goalkeepers in the competition. Or more new or compete for goals prevented by saves. You know, or more in other minutes. That was in other matches. That was saying. He's an elite goalkeeper or a Champions League standard. On a night where Madrid need to prolong their Champions League stay, they need their best Champions League performer in recent times to come in. Champions League titles now Madrid Argentina. You will see attackers Obia showing a brilliance. Even last season, Vini was not the main man. He was one of the main guys. Madrid Champions League last season. Vini, not a one of the main guys. He wasn't the main guy. Then the season, the next one they won, in between Man City, it was Benzema. He was the main guy in attack. But the constant here has been Couture. Champions League titles now, Ancelotti Argentina. The constant who has actually helped their case, Thibaut Couture. He is their most important player, and he needs to be their most important player this evening to help their cause. We only free Mbappe, and they are Bonidin. Kwani free Paris Saint-Germain, or Shabo Mobo Efe. It's true. Last season he helped them to the semi-finals, but I could see saying. But then we are comfortably discussing the positional intelligence of this PSG team, how fluid they are, and the teamwork. Meboa. Ana Mbappe neba Madrid na dia Kenya Madrid na semi-finals yanko mo double money anko mbeko, but they are struggling in there,
and that is the conversation about France. That's what the Champions League in a draw.
Good. So he needs to step up in this game.
Wontumi.
Madrid no. So far game back open water sampa he truly belongs, and it happened at the Bernabeu against Manchester City. Saha trick no. He needs such a performance, and they need him. Crucial. So, sir, 2 players way. And I'm Madrid Shabre almost. Yeah, but me, I want to disagree with Newton Yakomia. Say ye timba kwa or sit sanyo mem, DNC da or baby may be a car I be afwa. It is this Real Madrid team. Arsenal have done everything they are supposed to do, but at times doing everything you are supposed to do, no, it is not enough to kill off Real Madrid. Kaya 4-0, Come on, better now to you for
train crash still.
I'm coming. A 4-0, 3-0 in the Champions League. And you was out. Maybe I'm on here. 4-0 is good enough. But 3-0 in the Champions League, fancy. And you was out. It makes the task difficult, but a man unsurmountable. So you Wontumi nyentra, Debbie, or batra, and teams are Wontumi botrano. He been in Madrid. So to me, I still think this game, although Arsenal are favorite, a game where you found the tactics anyway. It is a moment in the way decided. Opa combo excellent formation tactics. This game will not follow such a trend. Unless Madrid for they don't come to the party, or man, yes, or Mobabebo. But if they come, there are certain things I expect to see. The demeanor of the Madrid players in the tunnel before somebody walk about pitch in the Sobako. Yes, starting game at the obey foul first. And no see another one I want to see. Yamu bet no normal line up me about Champions League anthem now. Me person me Madrid players name. If they will qualify, I will know. Trust me, fancy. This Arsenal team, they are a very good team like they showed in the first leg. But away from home on a night like this, they've never experienced it before.
Yeah. Because
and even in their home game, they suffered fright. They suffered fright. And check how they took their leads. First goal, second goal, check it quite fast by. They needed a moment of perfection. Lightning does not strike twice. But it struck for them in Declan Rice free kicks, They can't repeat another perfect moment. They needed a moment of perfection to defeat Madrid. They can't perfect a perfect moment or repeat a perfect moment again. So game, Arsenal are favourites 60 Oma qualify. Basa 14 akano. Emu do our Madrid in same thing Arsenal there. And I'm telling you, this game can even progress to extra time. Me say 3-0 enye husa. 3-0 enye husa.
Wontumi
3-0 enye husa. The dynamics of the 2006 na ye kwashe mo ben about. Na 0-0. And that Arsenal team had character. This team, they are now forging that character. On a typical Champions League night, I will not want to devalue Madrid and how significant they can be on such a night. I think this game is open. Madrid is a favorite, Arsenal is a favorite, but it's open. It might proceed to extra time. And it could be anybody's game when it gets there.
So Madrid, Enya Tibu Courtois.
Mese Courtois and Mbappe, they are the two most important players game we move and there.
Okay.
To Inter Bayern there no atani ata. Bayern idea we interfere. Inter idea we Bayern fee. History has it. 88 UEFA Cup. Bayern kwashe Inter 3-1. Then in 2006 Champions League, Bayern kokocha Inter again. Then in 2011, Bayern kwashe Inter. The last one, 2022, Bayern kwashe Inter. But they are not the underlying feature of all these results. Amabono, and your coach is not normal doorman. So, in '88 it was Jupp Heynckes. In 2006, Felix Magath. In 2011, Louis van Gaal. In 2022, William Nagelsmann. Coach is here, my boy. Or more a tier above Vincent Kompany. They not buy any or to kwashe Inter was San Siro. No, they don't have it now. One, the squad. Two, the technical team. Technical team Omoano. They are so inexperienced at this stage to fashion something out. And Bayern players, and they have individual qualities, but as a team, they are facing one of the strongest teams you can face in Europe. And they have a coach who has also mastered his art to become the best in his country. And that is Simone Inzaghi. So, aside Bayern's fine history, in terms of playing at the San Siro, against Inter Milan. The Omuhian in Prempe no Muni. One, they are shape game way. The laterals. Baby, Inter, I am the strength, the stronghold. No, I am Bayern Sinto. Bayern on left back, right back positions, and even their right channels and their left channels. Send you to the kind of right channel, left channel. I am weakness. Defensively, Conrad Lima ain't not support no Benyan if Leroy Sané plays as a right winger. Good. Then the identifiable left winger, he will not support whoever plays as a left back. Say Rafael Guerrero and Asamoah. Now Inter and how intelligently they use their left and right channels, you know, it is as an art of beauty. In the first leg, it was Carlos Augusto. Carlos Augusto is a deputy left wing back at Inter Milan, but the squad depth and the quality depth into and Augusto, no, anyhow he played a role in those goals. No, not as a left wing back. He was as a winger. Now Bastoni not drift a left wing back. A call right were the same thing. Damian, a bet drift call winger. Now the all ball right centre back. Pavada were right wing back. The same thing I said about PSG. Positional intelligence. Inter for no will be, and they have it in abundance. How they use their laterals, the left and the right channels. You know, Bayern the name you see. And again, Bayern's strength is in their creativity, especially in the central areas. And also, again, a strength for Inter. Michael Olise, Musiala there says YSB Mobi Anamewa. Good. So a take creativity in free Bayern team name. But all the Ben fin wa. So Inter midfielder no. If I'm speaking to balance, yet now above Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz in the way Mabasua. I think Yambo Inter for Basu because they complement each other. And their midfield is their engine. One, the role they play in the build-up. Chanoglu drop Echire. No, I call 3 centre backs. Now I take wings. No started build-up. No. And Kabaya or midfield or more balance. And were enough to try and then regain possession from a pressure. And come over Inter, but Omunibi. Kemek anyway. Good. Okobo Goreska. So to me, history favor Bayern. History favors them. But the aya can't history ni bemuno. Bayern don't have it, and that is why I think Inter will carry on and then improve on a more way or more against Omone Bayern and qualify to the next stage. This is the Oma consider one goal with you. Okay.
Well, yeah, but so real quick, you na opening akwabe.
Me just open.
Na every
idea boko, eja. Emfama ne nwiem na ya mani pani bi akoma atom yem. Onse woni seven predecessor metwuman. Said they come to my areas near the idea. Only one to quiet. And now crown never fancy. So what I say, say, what him to man in Libya, Nakodum Krabi, Wakosi Chiri. What was her woman Chua? Once I want now, crying out the beam. Yes, San and Tokwa is Yako Canon. You need a tournament in woman, a Champions League, no. Real Madrid, and Nadia can't be in woman a yard. But as now, and you see a green piece, you see a sweet arguable. Asna
like Kuba mo join Kuana.
You join Ku. Asna Ultra. You Kruma say I'm Penifu mpa. Yes, opening a nest champion. And Penifu be a handful. Yeah, quite about 240.
Oh, okay.
In the end, you say Penifu Shia, Ombisia, not just yet Mashabon. Yes, near her say you do semi final now, which is eminent. You draw on ma. Yeah. You beko baby ni nyina sia fa ko. Ni ahwe. Enti na asma me ba make simple. O ya asnani a we nyi hu bi dani.
I married for you emom hu kra.
Oh, me fancy nya me hu. O ya mu feed. No mo de aba no mu peja na de. No mo de no bia hu so ni de. Hu na ye de. No mo ti na we peja na de. No mo de we aba remontada hwan ne. Mesrem. Yen kai asna for say team we see no. Yeni na sia mprensa e wo tournament wi pokura wo mobi go kura won se go pokura mobi o entu as na nia odada menim so PS player on se mobi ni mobi nchia sa na yen Real Madrid tie omo ba senko si Arsenal
okay nti mo Arsenal for there Madrid be body obo
ya ni omo money ya be so
mo money nsia
David na one that dwen say ye ne Real Madrid bo ye be se ne 3 one critical chance back one that dwen say de
ma wo za man for say Barca share Liverpool 3 e wo come new but mo ba Anfield o mo be 4 mo share Madrid 3 e wo Emirates and now Bernabeu more than that
on say Matisse argument na say because oh ho na okọ ne ehu ni ade on say wakọ baabi na wakoye bi da okọ asa cycle nko abo o because eyekura na say stadium a yakọ no ma yakọ ebibi yakọ yi o mafrim de na eja wadu kan ye be bo 0-0 ha yakọ the same thing fancy so minim so Chelsea ni o first year na mo kwa akọje Champions League minimum na ofili matches mo ne Napoli game zaman fo yi mu free man sa o dia ye de enti de mi gidi ye say o ya Arsenal ni anasa o ya Arsenal fana menim say analysis ne for tactics ni ade ni nyina no ejabo adu ni new team aye ni nyina ye de gidi ye de Arsenal fans no nkono bo na enko extra dabi no nkono say Kim na Arsenal ni wo pada no asaje to mu wo sia na to mu because inkunindie ene ye de eba enanwumre emi say miniminu ya nam obeka kakra na ya fade fi
mo qualify na dua na
fancy ya me aduma nwre de Arsenal qualify yes because Madrid nye team a ye sro mu I say a lot of Arsenal fans need to say enanwumre something special bit Messi wo Bernabeu it's not going to happen because one English size no history no only once penny be say almost the first 3 or first game almost lead by 3 or more goals or free once pe we date back to 75-76 Derby County and I'm almost married 4-1 and I'm married Echo Shop 5-1 that's the only time an English team in the knockout of the European competition lead by 3 or more goals or Lusui in the reverse fixture. Enti Arsenal no enye any team say be o be suro Real Madrid say Madrid yes you the respect me more say me my champions be brebe but ye no you want that history say ye ba Bernabeu ho no ma ye be show mo enti obi a Arsenal fan be na adwen say na de ye ko bone say ye ko defend you ye impini for ni Barcelona for na kire kwan no open up play against them and score them that's it because when you are there you defense one no you goalkeeper no yes fantastic give you a gladiator what you say Skelly a tanker and Pastor right back ho Pastor Timber every match you go be or rotation mark beba yes o dey na a ball 5 you tira handle
game we no quotation Arsenal for fans o say 365 times and I Bible mo ya trust say fear not
yes
365 times na and oya Arsenal ni a also kan Isaiah 41 verse 10 Isaiah 41 verse 10 or say fear not for I am with you be not be dismayed for I am your God entiana osoro asase baby abie kwanim nkono bebo no na Arsenal ye di nkono
couple na Arsenal supporters o majo ku ewo Kumasi na ate o monka nti couple bra quick niema me ene ntimi anshas ye series pen ntemtina ma yakọ ne sa no nti anadwe say dey abo no mbebo
of course ebeba so yeah,
some of qualify you say
team qualify non so no ke kono ni
Chelsea for the pop
relax you Remontada the one you ye share ni mubat na for nye kefo say omo confidence na ya akosro dodo nti omo hwe se de nyoma ye ni nkomo kakra e wo ye local num na afi ye hwe se de nyoma e bi si akoshadak obema me nra Ghana Football Association GFM penifo no e wo secretariat wo mu pickups no makumako 8 and the RFE chairman for no say ja wo mu show mo bobe 2 years ago say omo ebe mo pickups omo the bear rounds e wo ye kan say omo various region ho nti enra and omo deliver edemo mo at the secretariat and ye for but regional football no do baby a ya na RFE chairman for no bi ko baby kwa we dey mo no chia rubber nyina hye ho yes nti we dey mono na ja efi empany for no timi e dey amomo mu na car no boɔ no saying and it's 8 pickups no $262,224 and mu editor team FA president echire musika dodo a ekosi wo mu mutimi editor discuss the RFA chairman yenti ye rackets.
Trucks that you see here today didn't come for free. The pickups indeed cost us money. The 8 pickups you see here today cost us $262,224 US. $262,224 US. I hope I got it right. This is how FIFA forward money is used. FIFA forward money comes in a straight jacket. FIFA forward money is not used to buy second-hand cars. FIFA forward money is not used to buy hidden mattresses. FIFA forward money is not hidden money. Anything
cry energy Omaro Sanda na afi on sports minister Yera Kofi Adams no enso somebody to do say or high day budget no budget ne dey do all can say emrepem ye beba because e bebo game May no a friendly game e Kobo Unity Cup no e London no ye bo anu we e be sabo June qualifies in
under your draw. What's happening?
You will know it when the time you will know it.
President let it be public.
And I'm saying that we'll make it public.
When?
Why? As national team cease playing.
No.
So,
but we should know
we have next assignment in September. We are going to play. We have matches that we are going to play that the nation will be called upon to finance. We surely will make it public.
But even government budget, the national budget for 2025, it's a public document.
And I'm saying, but who says that this one will not be public? I'm saying it will be public.
When?
And I'm saying that we have a match in September.
Yes.
When the FA presents, because they have to do the draft and bring, then I will sit and say, no, this one and this one, I don't think that it should be in. We cannot be paying for this. If there is any expenditure, FA spend it from your other resources.
Okay.
Because after all, you raise they are donors who donate, who fund.
The Ghana Premier League games because so now Diana start Shoba Arestica a coach at the moment money house of work ne bona coach and in some kakra to Joma ready for game and Barcelona and saying Diana coach in some kakra Arestica at the etuja before the well, you say Tioba Arestica voice no be ready enough. You don't say the Abashara onye ready dia. You better set or say or no has a player or no so and akasa before the game no. Basel preparation any the coach or Tara akache players no so many before game ni no set or say the kakra and so attitude ready. You better set and some attitude.
Want us to think about the past. He just only thinking about the present situation.
Okay, again, dwelling on the last game. Personally, do you think that you deserved more or less from that game?
Yes, I would have scored, but I think I missed some clear chances. After the match, my coach told me that if it was possible for me to pass that ball, but the race I took, I think that it wasn't bad. But next time, if I can pass, then I think I have to improve my performance.
Okay, so
said the new IBC Akoshara can games no baso yending komo kakra ne mfa enhwe games a eno baso na Ghana for ehun matches aura and ye bono nomian sa midweek no Young Apostles woman break up Chelsea game ne baso Samates woman asijo mane Carla game no baso bechem any goal stars eno ye game anonso no be she basaka only stars in vision at the airboy ne aduana any heart of game no enonso 3 p.m. Heart of Lions woman enemy diama game so nations any dreams airborne afi Accra Lions or more any Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko and a day airborne enra yamauti coach I friend Dr. Prosper na teogum ha was ya prepare our dini team no erasa game we na Kotoko a release statement obodi ababonte statement womodi abane se o mate se nsembi koso e wo radio so yenu anam sentrofo ni bi enye professional Kotoko born game ni wie nsembi o mo tese nkofo keka no ade se ha adwie pan to omodi statement about Bontia, Womo condemn sa act na, and no air coso ewo cheseni, and some trophony bimu, almost a bimu and your professional cry. The almost attack womo players in the management, you know, a very bad, you know, a sem kakra, womo and so etimi diabanese, we a crobia kumasia santuko to kakra, if you know at the eba na osha said a new ACT ewo division 2 no, ewo zone 3 say ye mo tima ye from Shalom FC Football Club ye mo mabaso Shalom for a boy juma pa ewo division 2 zone 3 omo and is omo ye champions na team no womo ebezi ewo nsawam area ho ashirwase daman aha eho anu mu ewo na team no ball pa fancy
na tese so mo pia
onye easy kwa enti town no we ase daman for no ese mun so team nim ye na mun support you because middle league ne de omuhia zone 3 omo na champions
and as on no area ho mpio mo kono
oh yes edwuma mo bo no
se born e bia ni
oh yes ene de edwuma mo bo nye edwuma keto akra nti say de ye rese nuama be kama Big Joe Emmanuel Ej and obo dreams ni manager ni team eni chese edwuma mo bo nya asem keto akra nti ye re se nuama ebetimi aye kama enso eho nti say de city de bibi aye fine ti dia aye de no ano no
okay
ti ami adomo china so na bibi aye fine ye ne for no sport for no china ya wo ye jo mo kwan sa pepe to mo watch out na china ye ba no den ne pa why
wo mo me anya we ne quick because I'm saying me bre no kwa bia no no yo already no na you discuss a lot of these games but before that no I mean division 2 and I mean level me coaching so minimum how our league ni city sometimes you know talent division 2 pa me catch the premier coaches na me share mo no and couple years story Shalom FCDA imagine call me boys and so these are players are more enough talent it to be more so you have one person more director and did a near J Boatin Kojo Big Joe no a near J Boatin Kojo on a Shalom FC energy and he's been putting things together Western regional a Boama zone 3 for the make me division 2 of a coach I said coach sometimes players in be so good but they are not more Omudibenya boot ne sanim emma and unyo bia oda omano keka place ni sie ni sa ya ne amo omo enje middle league no ya hwemo nim se mo ba be pm e division 1 na ahwerase 14 I enjoy game no said the city yo premiership no to so I mean Ghana Premier League no Kotoko ni Accra Lions so I mean 10 the football teams na can Accra Lions and Kotoko a game Dr. Ogum onyere ne ho makach tell say mo onko bo pepa ewo Accra against Accra Lions pepa ne say ono coach Dr. Ogum no obenya nanka or the ball na to former obo it has been his idea as a coach from Wafa Ebakotoko the first title obejima Accra bia with Mudasiru muni nyina no nya time obobo no man yefe but it to the bia say the Champions League asem ye discuss no yeah for performance into baby na ye share results kakra ebetimi abo mo but say your man to me enya 3 points and fancy Accra Lions e be din pa o very difficult to the market to copa but me as an individual there so to continue and league no mo GFA Cup a very good achievement this season because me can you na make free pre-season ever and yes sir o put this squad no together precope in a single season na the baba GBB we have seen people coach Range trophy amon sakeno and mo nyina di and amon sakeno to be any sakeno na the solution no Shajuma na all ye baby or started free any baby about drew then you can ascertain say adwuma why you drew say ntime ma brewe kan wa obetimi akwa akotwa adwuma nti but enye se precope or partner until enter from grass oh a power point mo nyina di o mo sakeno mo nyina say me ade am to catch the Togum say he's had support from the Kotoko fans. It might not be full support. A man for more home, but majority of the fans in the back on your own no result in the Accra Lions. Okay. Well, results are mine to Accra Lions are Dr. Pressure beba Dr. Sono. Wontumi continue. Result only the also 3 points draw and until also 3 points straight. Well, Mr. Quick,
Fancy, I wouldn't be surprised. Scenario Koroko into the game at these 3 changes beat me Kwame Poku will be out of the team.
How?
Adran Ajite
on start
game no Adran Ajite and Justice Blay. Entity said there was a specific meeting that went on, which was a technical meeting. The reason being for Justice Blay, the person or tenant chairman Dubani say technical team you know, argue with the coach and they say almost a Justice Blay about 30 minutes cost 60 minutes and no break.
No money 30 minutes 60 no.
It we need the money free chain about because team do so bad the last few minutes and the performances in was wrong. So team do should start the game. Omuji to me so mo call Lions na Adran na to crew da hopa. Obo first 30 minutes in Wontumi and Heart of Lions. Wontumi and Mobim into Uncle Kwame Poku so form no. Omuji to me say we chiri kakra. Aha. But don't be surprised. No. Michael Sefa likely to play at the right back na me adomene with Ansu.
Ansu central defense.
Coming in the central defense. In the middle near Tinidu Asem. Kwame Poku not playing no. We put in an emergency 4 players with say Isaac Menta to also come in now. Also beat my best at the Kumasi Asante Koroko. But I think the 3 players no move him out and then the conversations around letter na about Bontini Nano. Na no nkoma me ni obedi wa ha. Me no wadi nkomo 2 days bi. Enu one de letter we aye dey. About Bontini no. Kasa na ya do so kotokofo no. Se na match no mokoye changes we na se boba na nyoma bi dane a fancy me ntina ha se emboko
changes na o kan se ba se aba
the technical team of Kotoko na me nyoma na be Kotoko technical team nya na nyoma including coach Kwesi Apia na Malik Jabe
e ba o de o kan ye ebia de watete se ne that supposed changes
yes
na me chese when na yes a change no se ya pass sa na be ba e coach no
the technical team of Kotoko Malik Jabe, Kwesi Apia, any coach.
Whoa, Mate, Yabeba so. Mammy easy waterproof paint. And Pedophone Kumunyame and Rachel Baba Resource Beba. Near who said the Anusubesi, call Penny said be a fine day.
Nana Yamia don't be a fine.
Whoa, by easy.
I know by a bet you are for the reform of your TV on the radio. So now you didn't check the fin cry, easy painter, so or Abeka Junction. The make kind of your rainy season, near Bray, your Buddha will be now. And the catcher painters and then dancing for any more Mokon will be done. I done our Kohan. What Moon said there is a big problem because a Danny leaky. Until leaking who the way on what we now say, Oko Peck up in Takram and have a padan or no bosso. Ye can say the Uncle Padan so cram was of any type of roofing be what dance will be out there, man. Also, some chance in the crowd, na chimpa, a brown, I will cry, a new, say to maybe crowd will be buffia now for you. They can say the moon to me can fair factory numbers. We mom here were online, I'm on the Moody plus 233 never decline. No about 243.
243
Mobile 70 Mobile 76 Mobile 96 Or Ghana now here from all the 16 regions now we take and about 0243
76
96 so we a paint be about drama so ne ebo dan ho nyina ho ban na ebo swimming pool ho nyina ho ban because enne no ya hu sika no e ho odin etinyame to nsem na unya sika de sidan a de kanyina ne se wasi awi a wa plaster wi no unwiye paint out be fa dan ho dan na say bulletproof I say waterproof paint ne betimi solve that problem because you can waterproof there ya wa no say ya de bia unso dada ya bia e chese wa de no to nso mu kwa na fast still say na tia ne tie nso ntimi nkom enti nne no wo leakages problems e fa roofing ho na ayo dadwen na ayo kodanda and then can say what chance na enyun na we na chi na ayo brown no you best share yourself better easy waterproof paint now better easy waterproof paint what save cost what save dino from deterioration say e best say more that no u bodan ho ban enti the can say what we na what solve proofing problems na enyun no unwie you e dan mu ankasa so e na a problem ema binum because e dan start say emu fro and I say e we na chi and I say ya e start free from kakaka na basro e basa e manka badanum e basa wo kra wo dadanum kwa no ade be chi no wanya kata and wanya problem enti the can na say esa say yenim say easy waterproof paint eye paint won waso a nsuo die say me see oye marijata nsuo yawo say me see oye nsuo bi a ye won waso a say tia na omo tete wa obeso wura dan no we use easy waterproof paint I solve all your interior problems now solve interior no we exterior na ye dan abonten ne fe a obi na mo because dan we dey fe dey betimi abo wa easy waterproof paint
enti yɛka MCR for Mr. Ma say images no ametimi de ato so no ma hu obi dan a yɛkɔgye ya ye painti ama no easy waterproof paint na na painti obi dan si room say be nsu anonom no a ohun what to do de ka nyina ne say enne no free neko wo dan si ba bi na pro na eseye a nsu ononom na the problem I betimi as de betimi solve the problem easy waterproof paint enti wo de mu tutu mrika enfreying e was 0243 70 76 96 0243 70 76 96 na ya paint won so bi a ye won kase na won ketwa na nyame adom so ye make to say ye run promo it started before the sala e go so run for the next 3 months na me boss say sanka ye import so at the end of this one say there be no more thing it dey can say so won't be you are making a big mistake. This is a special painter me my tobi na a big crazy fear something with you na e si wa more than 3-4 years and eternity enye paint bi akoto a after some few months na keki anana ani na ye ayesu enti de kan nyina ne say this is a recommended paint. They show me say free dana say na ba na bia ba bia out water area ayo kodanda ayo problem kwa so be so two and am bia dan kwa person oton de kan say into that area now no come and apply easy waterproof paint on the floor ground no and that's on the walls and that's a roof na a leaking no. This will be able to solve all your problems for you. To me friend 3-in-1 prekope na paint we no e paint bia enya say oto ya okọ ya na say wo paint dada wo dan dada no start na ya wo body now the tie down no. Any professional painter me say o paint down na dan is stronger when you go you peel off the old paint. Because old paint is a different company in Eba. It will be a different brand. It's when you mix the old paint and this new painter, you will not get the quality you want. It's professional painter be him. The other baby feel say, okay, say yes, you man or charge you want to mean into no buy as a paint that would no man what I know makes you know the fashion. That will not give you the right quality that or the paint you are seeing. Or will be dying see room and Americano. And that way no say or plaster you, but if you know what to do. But if Nipano apply easy waterproof painter, a bit save the roof, a bit save within the walls. Now I air for no. Enti the can you say, and then to me kind of free. I'm an for especially, and this can what they do the stairs. Okay, so being sit diamond. Non plaster, no plaster. We na on to paint. No go jina kwa chamber. Be no go to paint be. And also paint be if you am on be done na a leaky ya. I have problem. Se wo roof dying so na and po atimi affect you TNG. And now say POP say ya. E chese e dan o say no. And that's what the dem ke japade e ju bo ban na bo ban yi. E ti dem kan nyina na say numbers no koso afre. Na wo friend nyina a very busy and a very hotline. And no factory number. And this is your near brain. Oh, fry ma fefe bi etete ho o pick course no. E bia kwa na ya person na ye adwuma. And bia person ton paint bi. We are ready to work with you. And there's adwuma why den. Eti e dey so ba. Now na ye ka terms and conditions bi e ho. Paint bi na ye fofo bi dan so yi. E bia na person na ye adwuma. Eti de ka nyina nse o de oba. O frey was 0243 70 76 96. Ghana babia wo in all the regions sales outlets ho. Omo na betimi direct to say koha and I say koha obenya biato. Enti e ma okura hu the actual price of the factory. Enti so okoto no baby no be the bu and I say or the biato so you know say oh that be way then any color of any specification be obi. The person ye mo be obi. Na ya na yeso ano ye mpanifo bu bet ka ye say. Enti fa kenten konsu. Ba me de me ma asantemane Ghana ma gentle na say yetimi de kenten kosu because ye kenten no me ba na ekutame essence ekutame nti ya da bia na me de acha mansa na me de acha camera no twise me de ba ya paint fu bia ka by now esanka wawai anase mpo basket no de so guma a change color kra se na tia na tie etimi kura me nsu a me be hwe gum na de me pesa me kire nyina ne se ye tumra na ya kire sie eti ye de adanse bia na ya experiment with TV so na radio so na wo ya waka che watie for on Facebook TV so fie omo because we know what we are selling, which is a quality paint, which is a waterproof paint. Eti we na ma page kenten na kosoro no ya eya na me dane na ma na boss e be face asia no keke e na ye de paint afa ba ya uhu a eye paint ya eni so efe wo say paint bi wo de paint dan mu a at the end of the day dan kwa ya untimi ndam sa dan na paint an kwa tibika chiro. This is waterproof paint entisa paint no de paint dan mu ne utimi dam na ye eye paint won waso bi a te say apin abada your bar system go over 40 years but na wo sumu it ya na meka chembo so no I say starting publicity power change region from here to the northern sector na Ghana in a border Romani party because and then no sia no abo ban ye na udware na opia atade ode pie no bibi say brand we wan ye atade uton he. So what you are telling the painters is henceforth try say because someone go to paint and paint the painters some recommend any tenant, any contractor, any person be a wasi dying, any person be a wajin be so basi dying no say 5 years 10 years take you buy your paint and keep them at the right time now be ready so be painted then you go for your paint and yes say be what to see on everybody say this is not what we are saying. To paint in this as at when you are ready, then probably you use your easy waterproof paint. Eti move flying a factory number no. Ewa car na headquarters Rangazawo. Ewa Beka Junction. Udodo Beka Junction from PCFM to Beka Junction. There's a filling station on your right, on your left, here or right. And now the number you out the car. PCFM one flying. It was 0243
0243
70 76 96 you be mo bia ba be forward for PCFM the aba factory ho na terms and conditions bia na ya ye nim de kanti ye nkwa ye paint ne ye approved numbers na ya na me count won ye nim de ye ka we ye ketwa wu eti nya se bia fe no bi be dadaw. You see what I'm saying? Your numbers now or paint no highly the same number na me can and one package no. Now the bi no mo here these days will be on wa be to be na e bia na san ya. No go jina nkwanche ba bi no akoto on approve and bi no da be gum. No da be dad obi say easy waterproof paint. Into be the buyer say your ceiling here is highly sealed. And the panel to free as well. Okay. It is a own to be a nan the way on. The making you say you two million chasey. Back at the sea and show tell me. Maybe a beer to just say Koto is waterproof paint. Not dance any do be humbiano. Brown to me TV by catch me. Now at the end of the day, when you say a boy pa. It's one factory number was 0243
70 76 96.
A bedo BBRS.
Wow, is waterproof paint.
No more leakages.
No, just when you know, friend number na do be able to be our sabe cabina fee. Baby, I will be on some of the be a bro and I want you be and so you Sintiano and so on. My many cements for and so ending como CCA na saying also a BC cements vita. Meshano, I will just